Google was being founded. Titanic was sweeping the Oscars and Grammys. MJ and the Bulls won their 6th and final NBA title. McGuire and Sosa captivated us all by breaking Roger Maris's home run record. Dale Earnhardt even won his first Daytona 500. And there were the Elk City Elks, winning a district title en route to their only state championship. This year's version of the Elks have already put the district title on the mantle for the first time since '98, but they're not satisfied. That's the challenge tonight. Continue to play to your standard, no matter the opponent or the stakes.
Snap back to Valines. Valines looks left, pressure, throws it over the middle. He's got a man there. It's going to be intercepted by Cooper Patton. Straight back, throws a long pass down the far sideline. Caden Holder's got a step. Caden's got it at the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10-5. It's a touchdown for the Big Elks.
Woodward struggled mightily this season, but they're coming off their first win of the year, and the Boomers would like nothing more than to hang the first district loss on Elk City tonight. Can the Elks continue to steamroll toward the playoffs, or will the Boomers find a way to win their first game in 4A1? Let's find out. It's the Elk City Elks and the Woodward Boomers live from Boomer Stadium in Woodward, Oklahoma. It's time for Big Elk football.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football on the road tonight for Class 4A District 1 action. It's the Elk City Elks 7-1 on the year against the Woodward Boomers 1-7 here at Boomer Stadium in Woodward. Aaron Kalk up in the booth. Down on the Pioneer Cellular sideline is Daniel Garbarino. Daniel, to me, this may be the toughest mental challenge for the Elk City Elks all season. Wrapped up the district title with their win, coupled with the Chickasha loss to Clinton. Now you come and play a team that struggled all season long. I think the Elks mentally, this is a really tough one for them tonight.
Yeah, going to be very difficult. It's senior night here, so it's one of the two biggest nights in Woodward for football for their seniors. So you know they're going to play hard. But going back to your statement, it's not a trap game. It's just a tough game to get fired up for. I think Coach Maynard even said, "Hey guys, let's not even look at them on the film. Let's play our football. Let's play our style, our brand, and let's go out there and impose that on them." So very difficult to get up for a game where you've sealed it, like you said. You sealed a district title, and we come up here to the bottom dweller of the district, and but you have to know that they're proud. And they're going to play hard. And, Nick Saban always says, you're going to be great. You have to be great every day. You have to be great every game. You can't just pick and choose when you want to be great.
Yeah, and that's the challenge is that. And then also, obviously, looking ahead, the Elks know that they'll have the first-round playoff game at Big Elk Stadium and possibility of another one there as well. So you have to keep that momentum and that role that you've been on that allowed you to be the district champ and earn those games at home.
Yeah, so it's kind of the last two games, right, are the two bottom dwellers of the district. I mean, I think John Marshall's only district win, or did they beat Cash?
Nope, they lost.
They lost to Cash, so their only district win is against these fellas here. So it's a tough 2 weeks as a coach to keep your guys focused and keep their desire, not necessarily desire, but their intent on delivering what they've delivered, through the Chickasha game, through the Clinton game, Cash, and Weatherford. I mean, it's tough to get up for these types of games.
It is. We're going to continue with the pregame. We've got Coach Maynard, and then also Trace Decker is coming up with the pregame interviews. This is the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football, coming live from Woodward.
A United States financial management consulting group has just named the Bank of Western Oklahoma as one of its top 10 banking institutions in Oklahoma. This designation was awarded because of their superior customer service, organizational skills, and their compliance with state and federal banking regulations. Just another reason you should trust and do business with the Bank of Western Oklahoma, with locations in Woodward, Visay, Gary, Cordell, Weatherford, and Elk City. The Bank of Western Oklahoma, where people really do come first. Member FDIC.
There's no better feeling than grilling out, and there's no better place than Ace to get the best grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. You won't find these premium brands and service at a warehouse store, only at your neighborhood Ace, around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their grills.
George and Jim Bob Browning invite you to visit the locally owned Ace Home Centers nearest you or shop online at elksupply.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Whether your electric needs are for a small home, remodel, or even a multi-million-dollar facility, there's no job Culver Electric can't handle. Since 2004, Brandon and Jill Culver have strived to bring top-notch service to all of central and western Oklahoma. Residential, commercial, and industrial jobs performed by knowledgeable, friendly staff. Culver is a business built on Christian values, hard work, and outstanding quality. Call 580-243-5846 for your electric needs. Culver Electric, keeping the lights on.
Western Technology Center has been educating high school juniors, seniors, and adults for over 40 years. WTC continues to train Oklahomans for the global workplace. With several programs available, many individuals have been able to find one that best serves their wants and needs, like business development, fire service training, industrial training, dental hygiene, and many other fields of study. With 5 campuses to choose from in Burns Flat, Sayre, Hobart, Weatherford, and Elk City, WTC is closer than you think. Contact the campus nearest you today or visit westtech.edu.
This is 100% fresh beef with 2 slices of melted cheese, pickles, onions, ketchup, and mustard. This is a burger that strongly suggests you take a seat. It marks its territory, leaving behind a graveyard of napkins, and won't be contained by a humble sesame seed bun. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese.
McDonald's in Weatherford, Clinton, and South Main and Elk City, proudly owned and operated by the Phillips family.
Again, here on the pregame show, BigElkTV.com, Sean Wilson, Paragon Sports Director, with head coach Zach Maynard. Coach, a big win for you guys. Anytime you can beat Clinton and Weatherford in the same year, then you guys went over and took care of business. What were your thoughts on the game?
Well, we played well sporadically at times, and at times we didn't play very well. And, ultimately part of that's because Weatherford's got a really good football team and really good coaching staff. But, ultimately we did enough to get the job done. And so came home and work on what we didn't do right.
The Cardiac Kids, Coach, another fourth and short and important, another successful get. Coach, what's going through your mind when you're in the process of the game and it's all flying around about you, about when to go for it and when to not?
Well, ultimately, you go up to 4th and 3. You feel like we got a really good chance of getting it based on our offensive line, our personnel in the backfield. And if we don't get it, we got a great defense that we're going to throw on the field and we're going to stop you. And, I think the biggest part of all that is we just treat it like it's adversity. And so far this year we've handled adversity really well. And so, ultimately that's who we are. We're either going to seal the game and end it, or we're going to go there and play really good defense and get a stop.
Well, Coach, you hit the nail on the head. My next question was going to be about the ability of this team not to dauber dip. I've seen it in the past here in Elk City and in other schools. Something happens, something bad happens, and it's basically like, okay, here we go again, same old thing, different day. But you know what? This team seems like they thrive on overcoming adversity. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I don't contribute to parents, to the community, our overall school system. Everybody involved in these kids' lives, I think has something to do probably with that. But, from our standpoint, all summer long, it may not sound very nice, but our whole mentality was embrace the suck. Nobody likes to get up at 6 a.m. Nobody likes to be out in the 110-degree heat, that week right before we get into 2-a-days. And so, but in order to be who we want to be, we have to understand that we have to be able to embrace things that challenge us and want to use that to make us better. So, the mentality of embrace the suck, I think that I think it helps us get to the point to where, something bad's happened, but that's fine. Let's embrace it. Let's go fight it head on and move forward.
Well, Coach, you guys definitely set sights on making it to the playoffs this year. Also winning district championship. I remember you and I having that conversation early on. both have come to fruition. Now, you have Woodward tonight, and then you've got John Marshall. But it makes no difference now. The district championship was
so. Obviously, we go out and we handle business. We do what we're supposed to do. Then we can get them some rest. But we're going to go out there and win the football game. Part of that with what we do is going to happen from time to time. But I would like to see it not happen consistently. So. That's our goal is to play a full game with no turnovers, and until we do that, we can't say that we're at our best.
Anybody dinged up from last week's game that's going to make a difference tonight, Coach?
Oh, you'll see a couple guys. We may platoon guys a little more sporadically, at fullback and at slot or safety, just to precautionary type stuff. Obviously those guys are going to be just fine, but just to platoon them a little more and maybe.
And your coaching staff and the players for bringing that back to Elk City, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot.
You bet. Head coach Zach Maynard will continue with, and in fact, I'm going to get a chance to do the player interview this week as Jared Eighth is out of town. So stick around. We'll be back with Trace Decker and more as we continue right here on Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of BigElkTV.com.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh, Coach, it happened again. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Daniel Garbarino in Elk City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Great Plains Analytical Services salutes all of the young men and women in the Elk City school system, and they urge each of them to apply the philosophy of all gas, no brakes to their academic studies, their fine arts performances, and their athletic contests, and hopes they carry this right on into their adult lives. GAS also sincerely thanks Elk City school board members for their service and the teachers, coaches, and administrators for their leadership. Let's all work together to make Elk City and America great again.
A home really is their safe place. We love working with our clients and finding them that security space. And that's what's so fulfilling. When I see birthday parties at a house that we had shot for with this client, and we're watching all of these memories kind of unfold and build in these homes, that's what's so rewarding.
Moxie Realty and Auction Company. MoxieRealty.com. Barbara Dyson Ford has Western Oklahoma's sales crew.
Quentin Nichols is from Elk City, a graduate of Elk City. You got Chris Coy. He is Elk City born and bred. Ray Haven is from Cheyenne, so he is a Western Oklahoma guy, of course. Kirby McBroom, Elk City guy. Of course, my dad, David Dyson, Elk City. Ed Stewart, who is our sales manager, is from Clinton.
Barbara Dyson Ford has Western Oklahoma's sales crew.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Thanks for staying with us right here on BigElkTV.com. Sean Wilson again, sitting in for Jared Eighth with the player interview. I have Trace Decker with me. Trace, welcome to the show, man, and more importantly, welcome to District 4A1 Championship.
Thank you very much. It means a lot.
You guys set out the goal, Coach. I talked about it with Coach a little bit ago in 2-a-days, and it was hot, and a lot of things happening. A lot of people didn't know what to expect from the Big Elks this year after some of the people graduated from last year. But you guys set down as a common goal, and unity seems to be the word that comes to me. What's going through your mind when you take on Weatherford and you know that you've got to continue to plug on and forge ahead?
The mentality doesn't change. We got to play our best all the time. Knowing that I have my brothers behind me, I feel like we can do anything.
Defensively, Trace, I'm going to talk to you about that because that's a fun thing to watch. A lot of guys flying to the football, 4, 5, 6 white jerseys or brown jerseys on top of a tackle every time. How do you maintain that intensity when you're out there in the game?
It's just something we do in practice all the time, every single day. We just got to fly.
They said that some of the big guys like yourself, when that first whistle goes, you guys are sprinting to make it before the second whistle. Expound on that a little bit.
It's very hard, very hard.
Well, I know you guys use quickness and strength. I mean, you get stronger, you get smarter. Has there been anybody that's come up with a game plan yet that has fooled you somewhat when you got out there?
I don't think so. They just can't plan for a great team that has the best mentality that you can see.
I love that statement, because it seems like everybody is doing their job, not trying to do somebody else's job. They're doing their job. Do you think that's one of the secrets to the success of the Elk City defense this year?
Yes, very. I definitely think it is.
Okay, I'm going to take you to practice time. I talked a little bit about the two-whistle thing. The intensity of practice this week, because knowing you already have the 4A District 1, is it somewhat different? Is it the same? Is it better? From your as a player standpoint, how do you see that?
It's better. Our mentality has to keep going up every single week.
That's why you guys are continue to win. You stubbed your toe against Carl Albert. They were a great team. Take nothing away from them. But I think it put in perspective what this team had to do to beat better teams. And I think you guys have implemented that. As you and the players are talking amongst each other, how do you rally around that?
We just get each other in our heads that we have to be the best all the time.
So when you lay a guy on his back, okay, what I call knocking the old snot bubble on him, what's going through your mind when you know that you have made a big play, a big sack, a big stop? What's going on inside Trace Decker?
I have to keep doing more. I have to do more. I have to do more.
I love that. Excellent. Not being satisfied with that. Just keep going at it. Well, I tell you, you and your brothers have really come together. And what does it mean to see the fans filled up in the stands?
It means a lot to us, knowing that we have so much support behind us that we have to do it all for them.
How do you see it against Woodward tonight, man?
I think we're going to do great. Our mentality is going to be better than it was last week, and you're going to see us fight with football.
Well, onward and upward, man. I appreciate you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You bet. Trace Decker, folks. Don't dare go anywhere. We'll be back. We'll have the coin toss. We'll have kickoff. We'll have the starting lineup sponsored by Sonic and more as we continue right here on BigElkTV.com. Thanks for being with us.
Bobby Joe Cudd started with one piece of equipment and one small crew in Woodward, Oklahoma back in 1977. Now, that company works across the country and around the world. It's Cudd Energy Services. When the bottom fell out of the oil field in the early 1980s, Cudd stuck it out and kept going. Ever since, when newcomers closed the doors, Cudd kept working. Cudd is still here, doing more than ever to harness the power of our natural resources. Cudd Energy Services, here to stay.
Paul Jones Drug in Elk City invites you to their modern and convenient facility at 809 North Main Street. They've made it easier than ever to serve their customers, complete with a drive-through window, expanded compounding lab, and tons of parking. And Paul Jones Drug offers free delivery in the Elk City area. Paul Jones Drug is locally owned and operated by Rodney Skinner. He and his staff are always friendly and knowledgeable. Come check out Paul Jones Drug, 809 North Main Street in Elk City. Paul Jones Drug, care you can trust. Big Elk Auto Mall in Elk City is your one-stop automotive shop. In one location, you'll find professional automotive services like gas and diesel mechanics, expert exhaust installation, and certified auto body technicians who do it all from detailing to frame-off restorations. Owned by local guys with local guys, and they're fully insured. They're located in the old Summer J building across from the Elk City Convention Center. And at Big Elk Auto Mall, a percentage of every sale goes directly to the Elk City High School Athletics Program. If you need it, they do it. All insurances are accepted. Go Big Elks. Se habla español.
Buying and selling a home is a huge deal. Buyers are excited to get into a house they really want. Sellers are happy they can move on to the next phase in their life. But behind the scenes, someone's got to handle all that paperwork. And if things don't go right, the deal falls through. That's why buyers, sellers, and realtors all like working with Billy and Jennifer Smith. They're professional, they're thorough, and they're good. Smith Title and Closing, Broadway and Randall in Elk City. Outstanding opening, exceptional closing.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which two to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
Welcome back to Boomer Stadium here in Woodward, Oklahoma. Just about 8 or 9 minutes away from the kickoff between the Elk City Elks and the Woodward Boomers. Class 4A District 1 action here tonight from Woodward. Daniel, we talked in the opening about the mental side of this game. Let's talk about the physical part. The Elks come in, they just have been able to pretty well dominate on the offensive and defensive lines throughout the season. What are you looking for physically tonight that lets you know that the middle part of this game is in favor of the Big Elks?
I think you look for, obviously, no mistakes on the offensive and defensive line, right? Jump offsides. I mean, games like this, you can kind of lose a little bit, but I'm looking for that. I think that we can impose our will if we want to on them. They've got 2 linebackers that are under 180 pounds. They've 42 is a load, though. They call him Moose, and he's a ball player. He's about 5'8", 220, and he creates a lot of havoc, and he's standing on the field here in senior night, and he's bald. So he's balding. So I don't know how old he is. But anyway, we got to control him on the front side of the line, and I think we can get after him.
You mentioned the defensive side for Woodward, but on offense, Young, outside of Laird at the skill positions, Ace Long, a freshman running back, he looks like a big kid on film for that being that young. He's got to be the focal point defensively for the Elks to get that run game stopped.
Yeah, I think so. And so he's number 2, right? Ace is
yes.
That correct?
Yes.
So he'll come in the Wildcat also if they're not throwing the ball that well. He's a good athlete. He's a young kid, and he looks like a load to take down. I think defensively though, you're keying on one, right? I mean, they tried to get him the ball last week and cash in probably 14 times. I think they threw it to him about 14 times, and he had some touchdowns. He's a 6'3" kid. He can jump. Good basketball player. So we have to really focus on him, and then obviously the number 2 kid, he's decent.
Sorry, hang on just a second. And then also, I've noticed it feels like Sam Cheap, the starting quarterback, was hurt a couple of weeks ago. Ryan Douglas, the sophomore, has stepped in, and he has done a pretty good job. It looks like almost even kind of changed the offense up just a little bit with him able to run the football.
Yeah, they're giving some runs. They're giving him some protected throws, so to speak, rolling him out and letting him throw the ball a little bit, giving him some short throws to get his confidence up. And then if they do go deep, though, he tends to look it down and throw it up. So I expect our defensive backs to be able to break on the ball, much like we did at Weatherford, right? I mean, if CJ wouldn't have been 6'6", 220, and a 34-inch vertical, we would have had probably 2 or 3 more picks. So I think he's a good young quarterback. But that's the key word there is young, right? He doesn't have the experience, and they really haven't played. They play Clinton next week, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so they'll see something a little different here.
Yeah, and quite honestly, for the Elks with the situation moving forward, already knowing you've got their district championship wrapped up with these 2 games left. It's a chance, I think, if the guys that start the game come out and do their job tonight and even maybe next Friday night, if they come out and do their job for 24 minutes, we might be able to see a whole bunch of young guys really start to get a little bit of experience on the game field here these next 2 weeks.
I'll tell you right now, as a coach, that's exactly what you want to happen, right? You want to come out, get your a good workout, get them good sweat, some good scrimmaging, so to speak, because you don't get to go like this in practice during the week, and then you see our young guys. That I know Coach Maynard, that's what his desire is. However, those starters have to perform, and these kids from Woodward are going to come out there and they're going to hit us in the mouth. They've got a lot of pride, and they're a 4A football team.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And like I mentioned after the game last week, this is one of those rivalries. We always talk about the I-40 ones with Clinton and Weatherford. This one's been nasty at times, to be quite honest with you, as district mates, as non-district games. There's been some times where these 2 teams came out of the end of this thing not really liking each other. And because of those, that history between those guys, I would imagine that Woodward would like nothing better than to be able to hang the first L in district on the Big Elks tonight.
There's no doubt. And as a coach, their coach, that's exactly what he's telling them. He's like, hey, look, we have nothing to lose. We can technically not ruin a season, but we can technically ruin their perfect district record. And let's do that. Hold on, here comes the national anthem.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night Lights, Boomer Stadium. At this time, if you are able, we invite you to stand, face the flag in the end zone, as the Boomer Band brings us our beloved national anthem.
That was the national anthem by the Woodward Boomer Band. Just a couple of minutes away from the kickoff here between the Elk City Elks and the Woodward Boomers. Waiting on the captains to come out. We'll have the coin toss and then the Sonic starting lineup. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Big Elk Football right here on Cool 94.
You're listening to Big Elk Sports on 94.3 KXOO Elk City. Cool 94.
Welcome back to Boomer Stadium. Just a couple of minutes away from the kickoff between the Elk City Elks and the Woodward Boomers as the captains start to make their way toward the center of the field. The Big Elks will be in their white over white with the two brown stripes down either side of the pants. Brown numerals front and back, that brown helmet with the vertical brown stripe from front to back. EC interlocking on either side. For the Elks tonight, the captains that'll march to the middle of the field. It'll be senior number 11, Matthew Thompson. You'll also have number 79, senior Cade Martinez. Nick Medina is the captain tonight, the senior linebacker, number 20. And then number 44 there on your screen on Big Elk TV. That will be Colt Murray, another senior for the Elks. Still awaiting the Woodward Boomers captains. They're going to be in black over black tonight with gold numerals front and back outlined in white. Big black W on their helmet, a golden helmet with the black W, and they also have that vertical stripe running front to back on their helmet as well. All right, Daniel, what are kind of your final thoughts here before we get to the coin toss?
Yeah, my final thoughts are just this. We have to come out and enforce what we do offensively on them. We know we can control the ball. We know we can control time of possession, and we have to do that. Those are my big keys tonight. We have to control the ball, control time possession, and when we get in the red zone, we have to score. And I think if we do those things, our defense will handle its business on the other side of the ball.
Still waiting here. The White Hats looking, and now the Boomer Band is finishing up the fight song as they race around in circles.
It's senior night.
The Elks awaiting patiently in the north end zone with.
You're talking about a beautiful night too. I mean, there's not much wind, and what wind is, it's out of the north, so it's brisk but gorgeous night in western Oklahoma.
It's a lot nicer than it looked like all throughout the day with the overcast skies throughout most of today. All right, the captains for the Boomers, it'll be Ethan Matt, which Moose, is what they call him, number 42. You've got 58, Hunter Harrison, another senior there at 6'1", Taylon Laird, number 1, the senior. 44 is Luis Corral. He's the senior. Those are going to be the 4 that meet in the middle of the field here for this coin toss. The guys that stay back are also seniors. Leighton Phillips, number 56, Damian Heckathorn.
I'm senior referee, Mr. Haskins, senior umpire. I want to talk about sports. White talk to white, black talk to black. Help off the field, and let's do what we need to do. I've been playing long today. I got heads, tails, head, tails. What's the call? Head, tails.
Represent.
Tails.
We want
to defer.
that way. There it is.
Second half. You like the ball. Which way do you want to kick it? I want to kick that. Look around this side.
There we go.
Big Oaks win the toss. They will elect to defer. That means we'll start out with the defensive Sonic starting lineup tonight for the Elk City Elks. Linda and DJ Leal. It's Sonic. This is how you Sonic. Now for the Elk City Elks tonight, they will start as they have almost every single game across the front line. A senior, number 56, is Trace Decker. A senior in the middle of the defensive line, number 55, is Gage Eastman. And then at defensive end, junior, number 15, Blake Red. The linebackers have been fantastic all season long. The outside guys, a senior, number 8, Tyler Morier. Nick Medina, a senior, number 20. Sammy Leal inside at number 27, playing middle linebacker, a senior. And then it's been a couple of different guys. Cacagino started a couple times. Braxton Robertson as well, number 28, a junior. We'll see who comes out in the first snaps. Then at the corners, it feels like things have been a little bit settled as the Elks pour onto the field from the north to the south. Braxton Robertson, Tyler Moyer carrying the American flags. Big Levy Owens with the interlocking brown and then the white interlocking EC flag, as they have each and every time so far this season. Now the Boomers will come in from down in front of us, basically kind of a Michigan style from the sideline through the gold helmet with the black W. Making a beeline toward the south end zone as well, as they've got some cheerleaders out in front, and those guys will stop and get ready for this game. Back to the Sonic starting lineup in the secondary. Daniel, you might have a little bit more insight to this. One of the safeties would be a senior, number 7, Cooper Patton. Senior Matthew Thompson was out there first last week, number 11, along with another senior, Caden Holder. What about a Coop? Is he going to start out there, or will it be Cale Poole like it was last week?
I think Coop's feeling well. I think it'll be a toss-up, though. I believe he'll probably be out there first series.
Okay, so that'll be the Sonic starting lineup. Thank you to Linda and DJ Leal. It's Sonic. This is how you Sonic. The Elks will be kicking north to south, which is left to right on your radio dial here at Boomer Stadium. Glad to have you along for this Class 4A District 1 battle between longtime rivals Elk City and Woodward. These two teams, it's been a close rivalry over the past 10. Since 2011, they split the last 10 meetings, 5-5. Before that, the Elks had won 10 in a row, dating back to the 1998 season. The Elks, as they were both in the same district for most of those years, Elk City dominated this rivalry throughout the early 2000s. It'll be Tucker Garza to kick from the 40-yard line. Far hash, which is the left hash, moving left to right. Back to receive Ace Long and also Talon Laird. He's got the orange shoes if you're watching on BigOakTV.com, and he can absolutely go. Those two guys that are back to receive are the two guys that we'll have to really watch for tonight on BigOakTV.com. Garza with the kick, angles it to Long. He takes it at the 20, starts up the middle, tries to cut it to the outside, and the Elks do a nice job. Cole Bowie slams down Ace Long at the 30-yard line, and that'll be where Woodward starts. 1st and 10 at their own 30, just underway here. Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Oak football.
Yeah, the pooch kick there went a little bit further than usual, so it got back to the back line. That's not what you want to happen there, but it did, and we had some great coverage there, so they started at the 30. Looks like your safety's there. You got change up.
Yeah, we do. Poole. Yeah, Poole's going to be in there for Garbarino. Also, Braxton Robertson will get the start at one of the middle linebackers, number 28 there in the blue shoes for the Elks. 1st and 10, Woodward at their own 30, 5 wide. We've got nobody in the backfield other than the quarterback Douglas. Did the Elks jump offside and cause Woodward to move? Nope, they didn't get across the line.
Yeah, so you got shotgun open here, right? I mean, you got 5 wides. They're showing right now, hey, we're gonna air this. We're gonna air it out. You got Laird down on the left over there, on the offensive left side.
Yeah, Laird and Long split to the short side of the field down here to the left. 3 receivers right. Quarterback Douglas in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks over the middle, pressured, tries to run. He's being chased from behind the ball. Is it knocked loose? No, they call it an incomplete pass.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Chase Red almost caused the fumble. Braxton was there for the recovery. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 15 for Woodward at their own 25.
Yeah, he was, like I said earlier, they're going to roll him out and try to give him some easy throws, the young quarterback. But man, nobody even touched Blake Red off the edge right there.
Good to see the Elks starting out with a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. Wasn't a ton of that last week in Weatherford. I thought the Eagles' offensive line, for the most part, did a pretty good job protecting the lines. Same formation. 3 receivers split to the wide side of the field, 2 to the left. Douglas in the shotgun back there by himself. Now Long in motion left to right across the formation. Going to be a quarterback run up the middle, and Douglas beats the first tackler. It looked like Trace Decker slipped. Sammy Leal's a little bit slow to get up. It's a gain of 2 yards to the 20. I gave him 3 to the 28. Bring up 3rd down to 12 as Sammy kind of shaking that right arm. He's going to come out replaced by Catch Gino.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the ball carrier there with that left shoulder full speed, and it Levin's over here.
3rd and long Woodward, 3rd down and 12 from their own 28. In the shotgun is Douglas. He's got the snap. Pressure coming. Lobs a pass down the near sideline intended for Laird. It's going to slip out of bounds. Wide to the left. Good coverage there by both Gino and also Cooper Patton on the play. Incomplete. And it'll be 3 and out on the first series for Woodward. We've got 11:04 left to play in the first quarter. No score on your Ace Home Center scoreboard between the Elks and the Boomers. Fourth and 12. Back to kick here. The punter for Woodward will be Cash Shipley. Shipley, a nice high spiral. Bowie's got it back at the 30, drops it. Cole gets on it. Now he has a little hole to the left, and it's cut down quickly. Nice job there on the coverage by Zathan Klingenpeel. He'll be one of the linebackers for the Boomers. It's a punt of about 40 yards, a return of about 5. The Elks take over in pretty fair field position, 1st and 10 at their own 35. Just over a minute off the clock here in the first quarter. No score in Woodward between Elk City and the Boomers.
Yeah, that's how you want to start on defense, right? Pressuring the quarterback. I thought that was a fumble, not an incomplete pass. And then, man, what a great punt by that kid. Very nice.
Yeah, Shipley's, I've noticed he's done that in all the games that I was able to watch here this week. 1st and 10 Elks. Levy Owens is the fullback. In motion right to left is Patton. Jones turns. He's going to hand it off to Owens. Runs into the pile. Breaks it out to the outside. Breaks the tackle. Here he goes. 45 to the 50. 45 down the far sideline. 35. And puts his shoulder into the tackler. Looked like 35. Bo Reeves makes the tackle, but not before Levy Owens with a carry of 33 yards and a 1st and 10. A Moxie Realty first down for the Elks all the way down to Woodward's 32-yard line.
Yeah, those smaller linebackers are going to have a hard time if they're trying to tackle Levy Owens up top, and that's exactly what they were trying to do. He was just running right through their tackles.
1st and 10 Elks marching left to right at the Woodward 32. In motion is Garza. They run the jet sweep to Tucker, trying to get it to the outside. He's got a hole. 30, 25, cuts it back out. No, he just kind of fell down trying to cut it inside and grabbing his knee as he did it. It's a gain to the 18-yard line. 14 yards for Tucker Garza, but he's going to have to be helped off as when he tried to plant that right leg and cut back inside, just kind of went to the turf.
Yeah, and they got a guy down over there also, 55, I think.
Yeah, I can't tell either. He crawled off to the sideline when Tucker went down. See if we can't catch that number. As we got an officials WTC timeout. Thank you to Kathy Corning and Sarah Hirschman at Western Technology Centers, educating people for success. Campuses in Burns Flat, Hobart, Sayre, Weatherford, and Elk City.
Yeah, Tuck, he put his foot in the ground. He was going to. I think he had him too. I mean, he going to the outside, put his foot in the ground, and that was 58 or 6. 56 on the ground.
Yeah, 56 is Hunter Harrison.
And he just went straight to the ground.
I'm sorry. Leighton Phillips is 56, Harrison 58. Yeah, they both just kind of went down as Garza was trying to cut it back inside. It's 2 plays, 2 Moxie Realty first downs. The Elks have moved it from their own 35 down inside the Big Elk Auto Mall red zone at the 19-yard line of Woodward. Thank you to Scott Brown, David, and April Pena. Big Elk Auto Mall, they do it all. If you need it, they'll do it. Garbarino checks into the lineup on offense for Garza. It's going to be a little pass out in the flat. Cooper Patton makes a move with the 15, breaks the tackle to the 10, inside at the 5, diving toward the end zone. Did he get there?
Yeah,
he did. Touchdown for the Big Elks as Cooper Patton, 19-yard touchdown pass from Austin Jones, made a couple of moves trying to fake it to the outside, back to the inside, and the Elks have scored on that Ace Home Center scoreboard with 9:53 left to play in the first quarter. 6-0 with Brian Gonzalez out for the extra point.
For those out there my age listening, that's the R2 button twice with clean whiffs. That's some great moves.
The Elks score on their first possession. 3 plays, 65 yards. See if they can knock in an extra point. Snap is a little low. Good job by Holder getting it on the tee. This one looked
kick,
good,
baby.
didn't it? Yeah, it is.
What a kick. That's good from probably 25.
25 or 30 maybe.
Yeah.
So Gonzalez tacks on the extra point. The Elk City Elks lead is 7-0 on your Ace Home Center scoreboard with 9:53 to play in the first quarter, Daniel. Can't ask for much better than that.
Well, that's exactly how you want to start out, right? On defense, you hold them 3 and out, and then you get the ball, you 65 yards and how many plays?
3.
I mean, you'd like for it to take a little bit more plays, but that's fine. I mean, we'll take the 3 plays. And then, man, Gonzalez, he kicked that with some authority. That's the first time I've seen he's going to kick off, too. Look at this. Here we go.
Yeah, he's got to with Tucker down.
Yeah, I need to go check on Tuck.
3 plays, 65 yards, capped by a 19-yard touchdown pass from Austin Jones to Cooper Patton, and the Elks lead the Woodward Boomers 7-0. At the end of this one, as we always do, we'll have a McDonald's player of the game. The Phillips family at McDonald's is of Clinton, Weatherford, Elk City. McDonald's, I'm loving it. We'll name a Culver Electric electrifying play as well. Brandon and Jill at Culver Electric. Don't get your wires crossed. And, of course, the Barber Dyson Ford tough hit of the game. Bruce Barber, David and Corbin Dyson experience the Barber Dyson difference. We're in Woodward, and guess what? We've been open a month or so up here in Woodward. I look down to my right, and there's Rhett McAbee and family sitting down here. He's the manager up here at Barber Dyson Ford in Woodward.
Yeah, Rhett doing a great job up here in Woodward. I had a chance to talk to him last week. He's really enjoying it up here, integrating into the community, doing a great job.
So Wilby Gonzalez to kick off. It's a very short kick. Nice job paying attention up there, making the fair catch. I think that's 20. Maybe not. 26. It's hard to tell. 6 and 8s. Might have been Bo Wickware, excuse me. Number 28. It's Brian kicked the tee further than he kicked the football that time. So Woodward starts 1st and 10 right at midfield. 9:53 left on the first quarter clock. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers 7-0 here at Boomer Stadium in Woodward. Completely different formation this time for Woodward. They've got 4 guys in the backfield. Laird.
That's two at quarterback.
Oh, the Wildcat with Ace Long trying to make a move. Trace Decker's right there to cover up the hole on the right side of the line that formed early on. A 1-yard gain for Ace Long of Woodward. Bring up a 2nd and 9.
It feels like our defensive line is kind of having their way. If you look out there on the field, we're much larger across the line than their offensive line is. So they're kind of taking advantage of that size differential.
2nd down and 9 for the Boomers at the Elk City 49. Corral, the tight end left. Wildcat. Long has it up the middle, looking for a hole. Breaks a tackle, makes a move at the 45, tripped up. As the last line of defense there was Matthew Thompson making the play at the 43-yard line. But the longest play of the night so far for Woodward, 6 yards. Bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Boomers at the Elk City 43.
Yeah, he used great patience there. And maybe we should tell the folks at home why I'm talking so much.
Yeah, Jared's not here.
Yeah.
Jared's watching from California.
Congratulations, Jared. Hope you're having fun. We miss you, especially on the technical side, and some great color, too.
No doubt about it. Double tight set with Laird left, Corral right. Ace Long in the Wildcat, takes the snap, looking for a hole at the middle. Nice job by Blake Red, crashing down from his defensive end spot to make first contact. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down and 2 for Woodward at the Elk City 42.
I think as their coach, after seeing that offensive output there, you kind of have to go. You got to try to keep the ball.
Yeah, and honestly, like we talked about, Long and Laird are the two guys that you want to see handle the ball, I think, if you're on Woodward's side. 4th and 2 for the Boomers at the Elk City 42. Same formation.
They do run a little pop pass out of this.
Long's got it, looking for a hole up the middle. He has one, and he dives forward, crossing the 40. And on 4th and 2, Woodward needed 2. They get 4 to the Elk City 38, but it is the first down of the night for the Boomers as they go ahead and mark him down at the 37. So a 5-yard gain there for Long. Really patient on that run again, Daniel.
Yeah, he's just taking his time, picking a spot, and we're getting through their line very quickly. So that's kind of an advantage just to have one person touching the ball.
1st and 10, Woodward at the Elk City 37. 7.5 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Elks. Same formation with Long in the Wildcat. Ace takes the snap, looking up the middle, makes a move to the 35, breaks a tackle across the 35 down near the 33-yard line. They actually give him the 32, so a gain of 5 on 1st down for Ace Long.
Yeah, he's just being patient and using his leg strength to get in there. He's a heavy load. He's a tough guy. He's got some big legs on him, and he's pushing around.
Freshman at 5'11", 180 pounds on the.
He looks bigger than that.
I'd say that's what he's listed at, but he does look bigger than that. 2nd and 5, Woodward at the Elk City 32. Woodward working right to left on your radio dial here in the first half. A little counter play this time, trying to get out to the outside, cuts it back in as Ace Long crossing the 30, dives down toward a 1st down. I think he's just a little bit shy this time.
Yeah, this side judge has him marked a little shy here. So what's it, 3rd and 1?
Yeah, gain of 4 to the Elk City 28-yard line. 3rd down and a yard for Woodward. Already the 7th play of the drive upcoming. The Boomers started at the 50-yard line. They've moved it down to the Elk City 28 exclusively from Ace Long runs. You'll probably get it again here. The Elks got to stay alert for Laird, though, as he left the tight end left. 3rd down and a yard for Woodward at the Elk City 28. Long looking for a hole. Now there's a little pop pass. It is to Laird. The Elks read it perfectly, but Laird went up above Matthew Thompson to make the catch at the 25-yard line. Gain of 3 and a 1st and 10 for the Boomers.
Yeah, that's the pop pass I was talking about on the previous one when you see Laird on the left or right side with that tight set. And then they do run a play where he also takes off down the middle and hits a seam out of that formation.
They give him the 23. So it's a gain of 5 and a 1st and 10 for Woodward as they near the red zone here. 5:39 to play on the first quarter clock. Elk City leads 7-0. Wildcat formation. Long takes the snap, looking up the middle. It's going to be gummed up, but he finds a little bit of a hole, sneaking through to about the 20-yard line. Gain of 3 there for Ace Long on 1st down.
I'm telling you, if I'm a linebacker, I'm looking where 42 is leading. And I don't think he hasn't run behind 42 any play.
I don't blame him
for
following him.
That dude he's a load, man.
As you mentioned, 5'8", 220, leading him through the hole. As Long gains 3. It's 2nd down and 7 for Woodward at the Elk City 20. Laird sets up on the tight end right, Corral on the tight end left. 4 backs in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff this time, trying to work out to the left side. That's going to be Emery, and Denzel Emery is going to be knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 2 to the 18-yard line. Bringing up 3rd down and 5 for Woodward at the Elk City 18. Medina checks out. Who came in for him? I didn't. Oh, the Elks bring in another defensive lineman. Is that Aiden?
Yeah. Yep.
So Aiden Long now 4-3 kind of look here for the Elks. 3rd down and 5 for Woodward at the 18. Long takes the snap, looking up the middle, has a little bit of a hole, tries to break a tackle, works his way down to just shy of the 15. Man, they give him exactly at the 15-yard line. Be 4th down and 2 for Woodward at the Elk City 15.
Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it yet, right? I mean, we'll see what this defensive front does here, the little 4-3 look. Where's Orange Shoes this play?
He's left, tight end left. 11th play of the drive. 4th and 2, Long. Fakes the handoff, looking for a hole. He dives forward. There's a flag in the backfield. I think it's going to be a face mask on the Elks.
Yeah.
It was a first down anyhow, and then tack on a little yardage here for Ace Long.
Yeah, Coach yelling at them to get flat, not so much upfield, get flat. And what he's talking about is when you get flat, I mean, you know that the quarterback who's carrying the ball, he's going to be there. If you get flat, you can meet him at the line of scrimmage instead of him coming underneath you.
It was a 1st and 10 for Woodward, then the penalty yardage, down to what, about the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal, Woodward at the Elk City 8. Same formation. Along the Wildcat quarterback takes the snap, looking for some room up the middle. The Elks gumming up this time, and a nice tackle that time was Gino had him first, but he kind of squeezed away from catch down to the 6-yard line. Gain of 2 for Ace Long. Woodward has taken over 6 minutes off the.
So we'll see what Coach Maynard has to say during the timeout and what they come back with on the goal line stand here.
7-0 Elks. We've got 2:31 left to play here in the first quarter. Everybody texting me to change the score. Simmer down. Working on it. We'll get it fixed. Also like to thank Main Street Coffee and Cafe, Tammy Kelsey and Madison down there in Main Street Coffee and Cafe. The best place to be in downtown Elk City is Main Street Coffee and Cafe. This will be what, the 14th play of this drive? 16th play of this drive. That started at midfield after the Elk City touchdown. Woodward's moved it 49 yards and 16 plays, and they've got it 3rd and goal from the Elk City 1. Same formation with Long as the Wildcat quarterback. Looking for some room on the right. The Elks meet him, and his ball's going to be knocked up in the air. Great play by Caden Holder. He almost was able to tip it up and go catch it for a pick 6, but Holder knocks it down. 4th and goal for Woodward at the 1.
Yeah, they had a little pass play. They had one was open in the middle of the field there. But, yeah, if he puts a little loft on that ball, that's probably 7. Yeah, great play by 1, though. I mean, man, he jumped up there. He got up there.
Yeah, that Caden knocking that down was the only chance the Elks had to stop that play, it looked like to me as well from up here. 4th and goal from the 1 for Woodward. Long in the Wildcat set. Takes the snap. Looking up the middle. The Elks grab him. Do they keep him out of the end zone?
He didn't get it. No. He's short.
They keep him out of the end zone. The Elk City Elks stop the Woodward Boomers on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. With 2:23 to play on the first quarter clock, 7-0 Elks. Trace Decker, yeah, he was the first guy to make contact, and the Elks just pulled him back and held him out of the end zone. Man, what a great play. And you know what, Daniel, after a long drive like that for the offense, that is so deflating if you're a Woodward Boomer.
It is. And what does Jared always say? Bend, don't break.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, we bent for a while there, but we didn't break. Didn't break the goal line. Yeah, that's a debilitating non-4th down conversion there for Woodward. And then you got a lot of the same guys out here now. Their depth is not – they don't have quite the depth that we have.
The Elks have it 1st and goal at their own 1. Under center is Jones. Austin tries to get the Boomers to jump offside as Garbarino went in motion from left to right. Austin, quarterback sneak up the middle, trying to figure out a way to get around there. Nice job. As Jones was kind of gummed up. Is that 58, Hunter Harrison on the tackle?
Yeah, 58, and then you got a little bush push from Cooper Patton there. Get him out a little bit further. Got a little bit of breathing room there.
Gain of a yard for Jones. Bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Elks. From their own 2, With 2 minutes to play on the first quarter clock, the Elks lead 7-0. First time that I can remember since probably Carl Albert that the Elks are way behind in the time of possession in the first quarter. Jones sends Patton in motion. He'll turn, hand it off to Levy. Levy breaks through one tackle, runs over a guy to the 10, spins away down toward the 15, and he's out of the shadow of the own goal line with the gain from the 2 out to the 16. 14-yard carry for Levy Owens and another Moxie Realty first down for the Elk City Elks.
I don't know if we're doing replays because I can't see the monitor, but if you are, Cooper Patton motioning over, and then you have him and Garbarino as lead blockers for Levy there, freeing him up, and then their undersized linebacker didn't want any part of that.
Levy has a Moxie Realty first down out at the 16. Amy Robbins at MoxieRealty.com. Moxie makes it happen, and the Elks are making the chains, moving the chains with Moxie. The Elks think they got set. Play action over the middle. Cooper Patton's wide open. The throw is just a little bit out in front of him. Jones didn't get enough air on it. I think there's probably an illegal shift or something, though, on the Elks.
Yeah, we didn't get the play in time. It was kind of an odd situation there.
Yeah, illegal shift. Cooper Garbarino was trying to get set before Patton went in motion. I don't think they ruled that he was there long enough. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 as Woodward declines the penalty. Now, wait a minute.
Huh.
Is the first? Now, wait a minute. Are the chains not at the 16? Why did they lose a yard?
I do not know. That is interesting.
2nd and 11, I guess, for the Elks at their own 15. Jones turns, hands off to Owens, breaks the tackle, and then he tripped himself up as he had green grass in front of him. With a gain of 3. Give him 3 to the 23. 3rd down and 8 for the Elks. Probably the last play of the first quarter, down to 35 seconds to play on that first quarter clock. Elk City leads Woodward 7-0, but they face a 3rd down and 8 from their own 18. The pool left, Kai Keys right. Jones sends Garbarino in motion. Austin turns, runs a little trap play to Patton, breaks a tackle, 20, 25, dances outside toward the 30-yard line. Laird makes a good tackle in the open field at the 29, a gain of 11, and another Moxie Realty first down for Cooper Patton.
Yeah, the trap play seems to be on tonight also. I mean, run it twice, gained some good yardage there.
The Elks have moved it from their own 1 out to their own 29. Clock stops with 12 seconds to play in the first quarter. 7-0, Elk City leads Woodward. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 29. Keys splits out left. Garbarino in the slot right. Back to pass is Jones, rolling right into some pressure, looking for Cooper Garbarino. Gets it out of his hands before he's planted in the backfield by Harrison. Incomplete, 2nd down, and we got a flag in the middle of the field.
Yeah, umpire threw that. Got a hold.
So holding against the Elks. They threw it at the 25. So they'll mark it back 10 yards from there, and it'll be 1st down and 1st down and 24 for Elk City. Back at their own 15.
Well, we thought that was going to be the last play. Now we've done a couple more here.
Yeah. It's the first quarter that just won't end. 1st and 24 for the Elks at their own 15. Simmons and Keys split to the right. Jones turns, hands it off. No, he's running the option play. Garbarino stiff arms a man at the 20, dances to the outside. He's going to be tackled out of bounds at about the 23, maybe the 24. They give him the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 9, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers 7-0 after 1. Come back for second quarter action. It's the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
When Western Oklahoma was being settled, a cowboy's word was his bond, and a handshake was a binding contract. When the Bank of Western Oklahoma was established, that was the driving philosophy behind every decision made. And all these years later, they still do things that way. Whether you run cattle, work on a rig site, or sit behind a desk, you can count on Bank of Western Oklahoma to deliver the financial services you need. And you better believe when they tell you something, you can take it to the bank. Bank of Western Oklahoma, with locations in Elk City, Weatherford, Cordell, Woodward, Gary, and Vineside. Member FDIC.
Paul Jones Drug in Elk City invites you to their modern and convenient facility at 809 North Main Street. They've made it easier than ever to serve their customers, complete with a drive-through window, expanded compounding lab, and tons of parking. And Paul Jones Drug offers free delivery in the Elk City area. Paul Jones Drug is locally owned and operated by Rodney Skinner. He and his staff are always friendly and knowledgeable. Come check out Paul Jones Drug, 809 North Main Street in Elk City. Paul Jones Drug, care you can trust.
Welcome back. Second quarter action here at Boomer Stadium. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers 7-0. They've got a second down and 15 at their own 24, working right to left. Under center is Jones. He'll turn, rolling right, looking for somebody open. Stops, throws a long pass down the far sideline. Holder's there. Caden's got it. 35-30. He's all alone, and it's going to be a 76-yard touchdown pass from Austin Jones to Caden Holder. Second score of the night in as many tries, and the Elk City Elks lead 13-0 on your Ace Home Center scoreboard with 11:48 to play in the second.
Beautiful, beautiful ball.
Second week in a row, we've seen those two guys connect on just perfect throws down the far sideline. It was 77 yards last week, 76 this week. Brian Gonzalez on to attempt the extra point to make this 14-0 after the first play of the second quarter. Everybody's getting set. Caden ran all the way down the field. Now he's going to have to hold this extra point. Little high snap, gets it on the tee. Brian up. Did it tuck inside the right upright? It did.
Good.
So Gonzalez 2 for 2 on the extra points. The Elk City Elks lead 14-0 on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. 11:48 to play before half. You know, go ahead.
It looks like we probably will not see Sammy Leal or Tucker back on the field this evening.
Hopefully that is more precautionary than not, but we'll have to wait and see.
Agree.
The Elks march at 99 yards after the goal line stand. 13 plays, 99 yards. Capped off by that 76-yard touchdown pass from Austin Jones to Caden Holder.
Yeah, I mean, Woodward held the ball for how long did you say?
It was about 7.5 minutes, yeah.
And we've had it for 4?
Maybe. Yeah, the first drive took about 1:03 maybe.
Okay.
And then that drive we took over with, what was it, 2:20? Yeah, not much.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Time of possession.
Man, you see Austin have time. He has time back there. He throws a beautiful ball. And Caden just runs under it. I mean, he's got some serious speed, and you could second week in a row. This time a little bit easier, much more open.
So the Elks lead 14-0. 11:48 to play in the first quarter. We'll have those gas analysis and stats coming up at halftime. The Williamson family at gas. All gas, no brakes. Gonzalez to kick. He's kicking right to left, which would be into whatever breeze there is. Doesn't look like there's much on the American flag. Ryans are ready to go. Much better kick this time, right down the middle of the field. Laird takes it at the 18. Builds up some steam, looking to the outside. Good job by Patton cutting him off. Tries to reverse course from right to left, with the Elks stay in their lanes, hem him up, and make the tackle. It looks like maybe Rickert and also Moyer there as well to make the tackle. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Woodward at their own 33-yard line.
I don't know how y'all feel about this, but very poor sportsmanship on their part. They teed off on Brian right there. Blind side, and then laid on him and ground him into the ground. I just not sure about that.
Yeah, it's pretty weak. Let's just be honest. And now you see why this rivalry has been a little bit fierce back and forth, because I'm sure that's happened on the brown and white side a time or two as well.
Probably so.
Over the years. 1st and 10 Woodward at their own 32. They're marching left to right here in the second quarter. They spread 2 receivers, one to the left, one to the right, but still have that wildcat formation in the backfield. Long takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking for some room to run, breaks one tackle, but Gage Eastman's there to sling him to the ground after a gain. Well, no gain. Got him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think their coach knows the only way that they can stay in this game is hold the ball. You know, I mean, that's if they can put and sustain drives. I mean, they eventually have to score, but if they can sustain some drives, keep it out of our hands, they can technically keep it 2-3 score game by halftime, probably.
Yeah, I think that first quarter worked exactly like they wanted to, except they didn't push it in.
100%.
2nd and 10 for the Boomers at their own 32. Long has the snap. He's going to hand it off, and a nice tackle there by Blake Red. Yeah. Just stood him up. I couldn't tell what the number was. 33? It can't be 3. He's hurt. Oh, 33. Gotcha. Zane Weibel. Zane Weibel.
On the carry?
On the carry. Okay. 33 for 3 yards. Bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Boomers at their own 35. 10.5 left to play here in the second quarter. 14-0. Elk City leads Woodward. Wildcat formation again with Long in the shotgun. Turns, looks left, throws a long pass intended for Laird. Laird's got a step. Did he make the catch?
Yep,
I believe he did. What a catch by Laird. And now we've got a flag in the backfield. Could be roughing the passer on the Elks. As Laird laid out and made the catch at the 40-yard line. And now I think they're going to tack on 15 more. Roughing the passer against the Elks. Nice throw by Long. A heck of a catch over there by Laird. And the flag is whistled. I think it's going to be on Blake Red, number 15 for the Elks, hitting the quarterback late.
Ocho.
Oh, is it Ocho? Yeah, poor Blake. Sorry, Blake.
That's the kind of, it's just frustrating to a coach there. I mean, you give him free yardage, and after a long completed ball, great catch by one though. I mean, we were in position. He laid out, drug his left calf in bounds, and made a wonderful catch.
Yeah, he's a heck of an athlete. No doubt about that. So it's 1st and 10 Woodward at the Elk City 25. Long in the Wildcat, takes the snap, looking for some room to run up the middle, breaks through a hole at the 20 to the 15. He's going to be knocked off his feet by Holder as he spins down to the 10. 15 yards and another first down for Ace Long and the Woodward Boomers.
Yeah, they're going to play hard. Two's a really good freshman.
Yeah, you can see the ability that he's got already, the size as well. You don't see guys that young, that big, and built that way very often.
It reminds me of Tucker in a way.
Exactly right. I agree with that 100%. So 1st and goal, Woodward at the Big Elk 10. Last time they had it, they were stopped on the 1-yard line. Laird splits left. Shirky to the right. Hand off to Denzel Emery, and
catch
breaking through
he threw the ball down. There you go.
Catch Gino. I'm going to tell you something. Back here a couple of plays ago when 33 had the carry and the Elks hemmed it up, Emery came and slung Catch to the ground and stood over him and kind of flexed in his face. I promise you, Catch loved every part of being at the top of the Barbara Dyson Ford tough hit of the game list right now, breaking through the line and throwing Emery down for a loss.
What an instinctive play by 10. I mean, that's how you draw it up. You want your linebackers to read and react. That's what you want them to do. He read it and reacted, was faster than them, and they gave us a free 15.
So it would have been 2nd and goal from the 15. They call it delay of game for putting the ball down instead of an unsportsmanlike conduct. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 20 for Woodward. 9:25 to play in the second quarter. 14-0. The Elks lead the Boomers.
Yeah, Coach Maynard thought it was a personal foul as well. All right, let's bend, don't break here again.
Yeah. Ryan Douglas back into the game for Woodward at the quarterback spot. First time we've seen him since the first drive. He's under center here. Receivers out to each side, tight end right. 2nd and goal from the 20. Douglas takes the snap, drops straight back, throws a long pass down the far sideline. Patton's there. Patton goes up. Patton's got the interception.
Pick, baby.
Elk City knew exactly where that was headed. Simmons had good coverage on Laird, and the safety, Cooper Patton, comes over for the interception. That's an interception. Golly, he's had one in about 4 straight games now. And the Elks turn the Boomers back again inside the red zone. Elk City takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Just under 9 minutes left in the second quarter. The Elks lead the Boomers 14-0.
You know, you see kids like this at places like this that are down, right? Woodward's down this year, and you wonder what could have happened if one had a quarterback that could get the ball to him a lot.
Yeah, and maybe even just somebody else to take. I mean, everybody knew where that ball was going.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 20. So the Elks have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. Holder and Garbarino split left. Levy, the fullback, turn. It's going to be a handoff. Owens up the middle to the 30. Looks to the outside 35 to the 40. 45-50. 45-40. Big Levy runs over the safety at the 35 down to the 30, maybe inside the 30. And Woodward's got a guy laying
58.
back. Is it the same kid? No,
58.
All right, it's going to be Hunter Harrison back at the Elk City 25. 57 yards on the tote for Levy Owens, his longest of the season.
They're going to need an air cast for that one.
Oh,
his ankle's pointing the wrong way, fellas.
Oh, that's no good for Hunter Harrison, the senior here, trying to celebrate senior night for Woodward.
Or it looks as if it is. I don't think they know what to do. But our trainer over here, who's really good, is kind of hemmed up.
Yeah, he's got guys on his side that he's trying to figure out how to help out. WTC officials timeout for an injury on the Woodward side. Hunter Harrison, senior offensive and defensive lineman, standing 6'1", 230 pounds. Went down in the middle of the line.
His ankle hasn't moved. I don't think it's dislocated. He's in a lot of pain, though. He's in quite a bit of pain. Well, what a run by 26.
You know, we've been wanting to see how fast he is.
Rumbling and stumbling. And he's not going to go out of bounds.
No,
he's going
no.
He's going to look for someone.
No, Mason Boring, the sophomore safety, just happened to be the last line of defense there in the way of Levy. And you're right. He could have taken one step to the right and gone out of bounds. Instead, he took 2 to the left to try to run over Boring, and he did. As Hunter Harrison is off the field. Yeah, it doesn't look good whatsoever for him. 56. They actually mark him at the 28. So a 56-yard scamper for Levy Owens. And the Elks have it 1st down and 10 at the Woodward 28. 8:46 left to play in the second quarter. The Elks lead the Boomers 14-0. That Jaden Wynn in the backfield this time for the Elks. In motion is Thompson, and Woodward comes flying across the line. Reacting to the motion from Thompson, it's going to be an offsides on the Boomers. The Elks get a free 5. Make it 1st down and 5 from the Woodward 23.
Austin had a great hard count there, too, without moving his head too much. And he tricked them.
Simmons, Garbarino, and Holder going to be bunched out here to the left. Thompson wing back right. 1st and 5 Elks. In motion is Thompson. Matthews got the handout, trying to break it to the outside. Cuts it back into the 25, tripped up as Laird was there to make the tackle. Right about the new line of scrimmage. So Talon Laird makes the tackle, actually lost a yard back to the 24. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Elks at the Woodward 24. 8:15 left to play in the second quarter. Elk City on top of Woodward by 2 scores, 14-0.
Yeah, good play by one there. He kind of cut in there and dodged a block and got down low and stopped the progression.
Poole and Holder were going to be split left. Now Caden realizes he's on the wrong side of the formation. He flies over there right. Under center is Jones. Austin flips it out in the flat. Open man there is Thompson. Thompson gets a good block by Holder. It's good to the outside at the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He's in the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Big Elks. Matthew Thompson from 24 yards out. And the Elk City Elks put their 3rd touchdown in the game on the board, leading 20-0 with 7:46 to play here in the second quarter.
Man, great throw. Got it to him in front of him so he can continue with his momentum. one with a phenomenal stalk block on the outside and then speed kills.
Welcome back, Matthew Thompson. Second game back, I guess, but good to see him. The jet sweep one play, the touchdown catch the next play. And all of a sudden, Austin Jones is looking like Dan Marino circa 1983 with all the touchdown passes.
I mean, we'd only thrown it 30 times coming into the game. We've already put it in there 4 or 5.
Gonzalez on it to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Hey, Brian got a hold of that one right down the middle, and it's good.
Almost to the track. The guy, who's this? Oh, yeah, that's Kai. Kai Brott, who has to go pick up the ball, is a little upset that it went that far.
He's not used to having to go that far.
He's like, man, come on.
The Elks have had it 3 times, have scored 3 times. 21-0. They lead the Woodward Boomers with 7:46 to play here in the second quarter on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. That's George and Jim Bob Browning at Ace the Helpful Place. Visit your locally owned Ace Home Centers nearest you. Hearing a lot tonight. Great job down there on the Pioneer Cellular sideline. Daniel Garbarino, the State Farm agent here in Elk City. The replays, State Farm replays. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Austin Jones, 3 for 5, 119, and 3 touchdowns. His first 3-touchdown game of the season following his first 2-touchdown game of the season through the air last week against Weatherford. All of a sudden, the Elks are throwing the ball around like a Mike Leach team. Five attempts in 1 half. Well, a quarter and a half, really, after 30 attempts in 8 full games.
Yeah, pretty. I like it. I like it. So this gives people, other teams that will look at all of our film, an additional thing to prepare for. Austin's been extremely accurate. The last 2 games, really, right? I mean, he's kind of on a roll. So if he's in the zone, let's go.
I think you made a great point there on that throw specifically. Out in front of Matthew, able to let his momentum carry him toward that sideline to outrun everybody. And, of course, Holder with another nice block on the edge. Gonzalez to kick. Right to left, south to north. Kind of hits the top of this one. It spins like a top, gets away from Ace Long. Still loose at the 20, and now Patton diving for the football as Long comes up with it at the 21. Cooper almost was fast enough to get down there and cover that thing.
Yeah, he was moving. I think Ace, he hit Ace with his thigh pad in the helmet. Ace a little shaken up there.
Yeah, he Long had his head turned away from Patton when he was trying to track that thing down, and as soon as he recovered it, kind of flipped his head around, and that's when he met the knee of Cooper Patton. The Woodward coach is not too pleased that there wasn't some sort of personal foul. Referees are trying to kind of making the move of, hey, he didn't have the ball yet.
How many yards does 26 have so far? We have that? I know we haven't gotten to the gas analytics.
Yeah, we'll get it for you in just a second.
They're asking here on the sideline.
102.
102.
4 carries, 102.
4 carries, 102. I think Levy was maybe trying to stay in the game a little longer, saying that he wanted 100 yards, and
not going to happen.
I don't know. I don't see that going down right now.
Boomer's going to have to call a WTC timeout as they were having a hard time getting the play and the right personnel in the game. It's their first W, and Coach Luchin might want to rip on the referee a little bit longer on what he thought should have been a personal foul against Patton. Well, thank Kathy Corning and Sarah Hirschman at Western Technology Centers. They're educating people for success. Success. The campuses in Burnside, Hobart, Sayre, Weatherford, and Elk City. Also, a big thank you to Paul Jones Drug. Rodney Skinner at Paul Jones Drug. Care you can trust with free delivery in the Elk City area.
Looking around the district, Clinton up 21-0 on Cash. John Marshall down 21-6 to Weatherford. Cushing rolling in the second quarter, 35-0. And Bethany up on Blanchard. Big game in that District 2, 14-6 in the second quarter.
Yeah, I had that earlier. Our good buddy Cody Crouch had that. Let's also thank Cud Pressure Control. Colby Kilhofer and the crew at Cud. Proven experience with trusted results.
And Chickasha did get a win over the Mustang JV last night, 50-36.
Big game over in Clinton, obviously, with the Red Tornadoes winning, and that sets up another one for Cash. They got a little mulligan in their pocket. If they can knock out Chickasha next week, I think they'll be fourth-place team in the district still. Clinton's got to beat this Woodward team to assure themselves in the playoffs. 1st and 10 Woodward at their own 21. Handoff up the middle. Is that Weibel?
Could not see a number there. 35?
Oh, no, 35. Bo Reeves on the carry. .55, Kason Boren. Those 5s and 3s and 6s and 8s are hard to see on those jerseys.
They are very difficult to see. They're very close together in the middle. It's those Adidas jerseys.
So that was Boren, 55 on the carry there.
55?
Yeah, that's what they announced up here. Unless they changed his number. They may have changed his number to let him run. Dropping back, Douglas throws a pass down the near sideline. It's short of the intended receiver, Mason Boring, and a little bit wide as well. Holder on the coverage. Incomplete, bring up a 3rd down and about 9 for Woodward.
I expected to see him come back out in the Wildcat and do a little control.
Yeah, I really did too.
Looks like they're in it now.
Third down and 9 for Woodward at their own 22. Got 6:55 to play in the second quarter, 21-0 Elks. As Daniel mentioned, Wildcat, Ace Long has done the bulk of the carries from here. He's going to have it again, has a hole to the left, 25, chopped down near the 30, spins forward, and he's going to have a 1st down and 10. Needed 9, got 10 on the carry for Ace Long, and it's a 1st and 10 for Woodward at their own 32.
I mean, as their coach, let's not outthink ourselves here. It's worked. I mean, this has worked for them. They just haven't been able to punch it in.
Yeah, especially in this part of the field. In between the 20s, they've been able to kind of march it all over the Elk City defense with that formation. They're going to try it again.
I mean, he's running behind 42 almost every time.
Long takes the snap, does follow 42, then cuts it to the inside, breaks the tackle, crossing the 35, to about the 38-yard line. Gain of 6 for Ace Long, brings up a 2nd down and 4 for the Boomers.
Ace doesn't feel real good after that tackle. He got landed on by a few fellas. But what he's doing, he's following the 42 and the other guy over there and waiting to see an opening. We are over pursuing to the outside, and the cutback, there's a hole there.
They actually give him 7 to the 39. So it's 2nd down and 3 for Woodward at their own 39. Clock under 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. It's 21-0. Elk City leads Woodward. Long in that Wildcat. Takes the snap, looking for a hole on the right. Now he bounces it outside. He does have one. 45, crosses midfield, breaks it to the outside. Ball is knocked loose, and the Elks have a fumble recovery. Cale Poole down the near sideline at the 50, shoved out of bounds at about the 46. Braxton Robertson raked at it from behind, and then I think it was Nick Medina that put his helmet right on the football to create the turnover.
Great play by Robertson there, raking it, getting at the ball. He was starting to carry it a little loosely there, and Cale picks it up and gets down. I thought we might get a flag over there on their sideline.
Yeah, Robertson had it kind of moving, and then Medina put his helmet right on the football to pop it loose. So the Elks' opportunistic defense tonight, as Woodward's really moved the football against this defense on the ground as good as we've seen anybody do it since Carl Albert.
Yeah.
But they haven't been able to put any points on the board.
26 gets his wish. He's back on the field, folks.
So Levy's out there. 1st and 10 Elks at the Woodward 45. This isn't going to make Coach Maynard happy if they have to call a timeout on a change of possession. They're not going to. Play clock down to 3. Down to 2. They get it snapped. It's going to be the trap play to Matthew Thompson. Cuts it inside. He breaks the tackle at the 40 to the 35. Then bounces to the outside at the 30. Far sideline 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10 to the 5. And he's hammered out of bounds by Mason Boring there. Good job in the open field, though. Garbarino, Cole Bowie out in front of that play, making blocks. And it's a 40-yard carry for Thompson, actually giving 41 down inside the red zone to the 4.
I was at the far end. I thought he had a convoy. I thought that was going in for sure.
Yeah, Boring did a good job not giving up on that play and making the tackle. But 41 yards for Thompson. And it's 1st and goal, Elks inside the Big Elk Auto Mall red zone at the north end of the field. Scott Brown, April, and David Pena at Big Elk Auto Mall. They do it all. Collision repair, paint and body, color correction, bed lining, detailing, window tinting, stereos, upholstery, gas and diesel repair. Under center is Jones. In motion comes Patton. Austin turns, hands it off to Owens. Owens plows through. Taylon Laird for the touchdown for the Big Elks, 4 yards out. And the Elk City Elks have had it 4 times, scored 4 touchdowns. The Ace Home Center scoreboard reads Elk City 27, Woodward nothing, with the extra point pending. I'll give it to Laird there, Daniel. He stood in there and tried to do everything he could have to keep Levy out of the end zone.
He did, and he's checking everything on his body now, making sure it's still there.
The Elks have rushed for 178 yards on the ground, 119 through the air. And now before 77 yards on the ground for Woodward, 33 through the air on the completion to Laird. I think Poole is going to get taken. Does he have blood? Is that what?
But he didn't have his knee pads over his knees.
Oh, my. So Jones will snap.
And Jones, a capable snapper.
Yeah, you just hate to see that guy be out there. Everybody's ready. Low snap, in and out of the hands of Holder. Brian picks it up. Brian needs to go down, and he does. He had some help going down, but, Brian just needs to fall to the ground and let that one go. So through no fault to Brian Gonzalez, the Elks do not convert the extra point, but the Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers 27-0 on your Ace Home Center scoreboard with 5:07 left to play in the first half.
Well, we might get a different kicker here. Brian seemed to hobble off a little bit, so this will be kicker 3 possibly on the kickoff.
Any idea who it might be?
Well, let's put the lottery balls in the lottery thing and pull a number.
Kai Keys, is that who I saw get the tee?
He's got it, baby.
All right.
5 gets the work.
So Kai Keys will kick off. The Elks have kicked off. This will be their 5th time. 4 scores and to start the game. And this will be the 3rd guy to do it.
Yeah, fifth kick, 3rd kicker. Get some guys some reps here.
Kai's got it in the middle of the field on the tee. Hey, if there's any of the games that you cannot attend on throughout the rest of the season, playoff games and such, go on down to Pedro's Mexican Grill, the official watch party spot of Big Elk and Paragon TV. John and Monica Beecham at Pedro's, 902 South Main in Elk City. Keys, nice toe to leather. He angles it over to the sideline, taken by Denzel Emery at the 20. Tries to break it to the outside. He's going to be rode down by Cooper Patton as he crosses the 30 to about the 34-yard line. And that's where Woodward takes over 1st and 10 from their own 34. 5:01 to play in the first half. The Elks lead the Boomers by a score of 27-0.
Levy, are you done? Levy's done. Say hello to the folks.
Guys.
There you go. Levy's finished for the night, he says. 112 yards and a touchdown.
He knows. He already got his own stats.
Oh, yeah, he's good to go. See if we can bend and not break here as well.
Yeah, figure out kind of what's going on here. The Elks did a better job last set of downs, hemming in the run and forcing the pass. Now here, Woodward's back to a double tight set, 2 receivers to the right, another one split out to the left. That's long, comes back in motion, faking the jet sweep up the middle is Douglas, breaks a tackle to the 40, knocked down by Cale Poole as he crosses the 40 to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on the first down carry for the quarterback, Ryan Douglas.
Yeah, good little play there, a little fake, and then come back around through the A-gap there, or the 1 hole. And 12 has a little bit of speed, man. He got a little juice in him.
That seemed like a pretty successful play for them last week in the win against Cashion to me.
Yeah, they ran that a bunch.
It's the same formation. There may have been Carson Medina slipping into the game for Woodward. In motion comes Laird. They're going to hand it off to him, and he's going to be hammered in the backfield. Nick Medina laid the wood to Taylon Laird. And, folks, that one's at the top of the Barbara Dyson Ford tough hit of the game. Watching on the State Farm replay, my goodness, totally clean hit. Listen, he did exactly what you're taught to do, wrapped him up. It's going to be hard to get Nick Medina off the Barbara Dyson Ford Tough Hit of the Game list after that one.
I love Nick Medina. He's a good dude, too. Soft-spoken, doesn't talk, plays his butt off.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID while we've got a little chance to do it. It's Big Elk Football on Cool 94.
You're listening to Big Elk Sports on 94.3 KXOO Elk City. Cool 94.
Looks like Taylon's okay.
Yeah, Taylon Laird walking off. I think he just got the air knocked out of him because it's one of those, he didn't even really have time to look up as he accepted the handoff coming on that jet sweep, and 20 in white was right there.
I watched all their games. That's the hardest he's been hit all year.
We're going to have a WTC timeout called by the Woodward Boomers. That might be to get Taylon back out there.
Game.
Yeah, I think that's smart coaching. Give him an extra few seconds to gather his everything, and he's had a tough few plays. Laird has ran over on the goal line trying to do his job against Levy, and then that one from Nick. That's a couple of pretty good shots he's taken in the last few plays.
Yeah, he has, and I think we're doing my keys to the game. We came out and kind of imposed our will. We haven't made too many mistakes. I guess the snap there would be the only true mistake. So it's working out the way Coach Maynard wants it to work out.
Man, and you know what? Woodward's played hard, and they've done some really nice things offensively at times. And this game looks completely different if they punch it in from the one and then don't throw an interception in the end zone.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, we've had an opportunistic defense, like you said before, and we need to shore up a few things, though. They came out in the Wildcat, and it confused us a little bit. So let's see what we got here.
121 yards of offense in the first half for Woodward. The problem that the Boomers have had, more importantly for them, is they've had zero answer for what the Elks have done on the other side of the ball. Elk City's offense over 300 yards in the first half and more balanced tonight. Almost 300. 177 on the ground and 119 through the air.
Very close. Taylon stays on the sideline here.
So it's 3rd down and 5 for Woodward at their own 39. 4:09 to play in the first half. 27-0 Elk City. Douglas, the quarterback, in the shotgun by himself. Takes the snap, looks quickly left, throws it over the middle. It's caught in a first down, crossing midfield. Is that 13, Medina?
Yeah.
Nope. Is it? No, 2. That's actually Ace Long.
That's Ace.
Ace Long with the catch down to the Elk City 47. A gain of 14 on 3rd and 5 and a first down for Woodward.
Most teams have those plays in those situations in their playbook. Slant, if you can complete it, it's going to get you 5-7 yards. And they did a good job. It was a great throw. It was on the button.
Yeah, good job by Long making the catch, taking the hit. He's had a couple of them, but he just keeps on bouncing up, the freshman from Woodward. The Boomers have it 1st and 10 at the Elk City 47. 2 tight ends, 3 receivers. Alone in the shotgun is Douglas. Douglas, before the snap, somebody moved. I think it was a false start on the Boomers.
Yeah.
Maybe a snap infraction penalty. Woodward will back up on the other side of the 50. They'll snap this one 1st and 15 at their own 48-yard line. We'll have the gas stats, gas halftime analytics coming up here in 3:32 on the game clock. The Williamson family at gas, all gas, no brakes. 1st and 15, Woodward at their own 48. 2 receivers split right, 1 to the left. Double tight set. Douglas in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks right, steps up in the pocket. He's got some room to run. Crosses the 50, tries to break it outside. Stiff arms Braxton Robertson, then met by Holder at the original line of scrimmage. Decker down behind the play as he gets up.
Great open field tackle by Holder there.
Yeah, Caden did a nice job of just squaring him up. Moyer gets a shoe back on, but a good scramble by Douglas, gaining 7 yards. On 1st and 15, makes it 2nd down and 8.
And good coverage by our secondary. I mean, he had nowhere to go with it.
Decker's going to check out, replaced by Ty Jamison. Didn't see what happened behind the play, but he was limping as soon as he got up. 2nd and 8, Woodward at the Elk City 45-yard line. Douglas in the shotgun by himself. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Now Long comes in motion. Snap back, fakes the handoff, and he runs into a herd of Elks. Catch Gino, the first contact at the 46, a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
I think you'll see him maybe throw it to 1. Just a guess.
1 or 2. If I were them. It's 3rd down and 9. Woodward at the Elk City 46. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Elks lead by 4 scores, 27-0. Snap back. Looks like a little screen set up. They've got it to Boring. Boring breaks at the outside. Nice tackle in the open field, saving the first down by Cale Poole. Tripping up Boring at the 42. It'll bring up a 4th and about 5 for Woodward.
So a little delay there by the tight end, a little tight end screen delay there. And you have to, as a safety, if you have that tight end, which we do have safeties that have that tight end, you have to read that. You have to wait. You got to get it a 2-second count, 1,001, 1,002, and then see what he does and go make a play.
That would have been a first down. I think Boring would have got there with a nice tackle by Poole. Brings up 4th down and 5 for Woodward at the Elk City 42. Same formation. In motion, left to right is Long. Now he's going to go back. It's going to be a double pass. Long's got the catch. Looking for some room to run. He's going to be hammered by both Poole, and there's Catch Gino again. Or actually, nope, is that the Ocho? Nope, it's Blake Red. Yeah, Blake Red cleaning it up at the 41. No gain, and the Elks turn back the Boomers on downs for the second time inside Elk City territory. The official blew the whistle over there on the far side.
Well, I don't think that line is super straight. I think they were looking to see if they might need a measurement. Nope, good.
Yeah, I'd say he was about 4 yards short. I think he was just letting the guys in the middle of the field know, hey, we're going the other way. So the Elks take over with 2 timeouts, 54 seconds left to play in the first half, and they'll have it 1st and 10 on their own 41. Jones in the shotgun this time. Rolls right, looks, chase. Now he steps up in the pocket, tripped, and knocked down from behind. There's Moose Matt. Ethan Matt with the sack back at the 38-yard line. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. The Elks aren't set. Now they are. Shotgun. Rolling left this time is Jones. Jones stops, looks. He's going to be hammered in the backfield. 2nd straight sack. Mason and also Luis Corral there to combine for the sack. And it brings up now a 3rd down and a mile for the Elks back at their own 32. Shotgun. Jones. Bad snap. Corrals it. Throws a long pass down the middle of the field. Patton doesn't have it intercepted. Jones was hit as he threw. Interception by Mason Boring at the 43-yard line. The Elks were just trying to make something happen as the clock ran down to 6 seconds in the first half. Boring with the pick. And now Woodward with 1, maybe 2 plays left here before the first half is over.
Yeah, I get what we're doing there, right? I mean, you're working on something that you might need in the future, a little 2-minute offense, which we didn't have here the past 2 years, and you're trying to get some things going there. But the protection package off of the weak side just wasn't there. That guy was coming unblocked, and we only had 3 in the route that last one, so very, very difficult to do there.
So Woodward's got it 1st and 10 at their own 44. 6.2 seconds left in the first half. They do still have a timeout. Shotgun, rolling back. It's Douglas. Throws a long pass down the middle of the field. The Elks are all the only ones there. Poole and Holder kind of knock it away from each other, incomplete. And if one of those guys can pick that off, that might have been 6 the other way.
I think all 3 of them were thinking the same thing.
That's why you teach the infielders to yell ball, ball, ball. Two seconds left. It's kind of the half that'll never end here.
I mean, the first quarter went by so fast. We've been in the second quarter for a pretty long time.
The gas stats and analysis coming up. Last play of the first half, barring a defensive penalty. 2nd and 10, Woodward at their own 44, dropping straight back in the shotgun. Over the middle, pass is going to be knocked away as Braxton Robertson climbs the ladder to knock it away from Boring. And that will end the first half of play. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers 27-0 at halftime here at Boomer Stadium. Come back for some gas stats and analysis. This is the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint.
Owners George and Jim Bob Browning invite you to visit the locally owned Ace Home Centers nearest you or shop online at elksupply.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Main Street Coffee and Cafe in downtown Elk City is a great place to drink coffee with friends and family. With their awesome specialty coffees and drinks like frappes, cappuccinos, chai teas, and more, both hot and cold. Try their delicious soup and sandwiches and incredible edible cheesecakes and desserts. Plus, they have specialty gifts and a wide selection of coffee flavorings. With the area's most interesting decor and meeting rooms, Main Street Coffee is the best place to be. You'll find the most personal service every day at Main Street Coffee and Cafe right on the corner of Main and Broadway, downtown Elk City, and find them on Facebook.
Since 2005, Pedro's Mexican Grill in Elk City has made their famous homemade tortillas fresh every day. In addition to great menu choices like street tacos, birria tacos, fajitas, quesadillas, and steaks cooked to perfection, and also delicious desserts like their encanaladas. Enjoy Mexican flag enchiladas every Monday, and all-you-can-eat catfish every Tuesday. Plus, Pedro's is the official sports watch spot to catch all the Big Elk TV and Paragon TV action. They'll also deliver. Call 580-225-3644. Find them on Facebook. Pedro's Mexican Grill, 902 South Main Street in Elk City.
As your ag financial partner, agriculture is a big part of what we do. And with today's economy, it takes big planning and the right equipment. That's where we come in. Whether you're expanding, have equipment needs, or just need day-to-day operational capital, we're here for you to keep your operation growing.
They're your neighbors and your friends, and they're right here with you. First National Bank and Trust of Elk City and Sayre. Member FDIC.
This is 100% fresh beef with 2 slices of melted cheese, pickles, onions, ketchup, and mustard. This is a burger that strongly suggests you take a seat. It marks its territory, leaving behind a graveyard of napkins, and won't be contained by a humble sesame seed bun. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese.
McDonald's in Weatherford, Clinton, and South Main and Elk City, proudly owned and operated by the Phillips family.
Whether your electric needs are for a small home, remodel, or even a multi-million-dollar facility, there's no job Culver Electric can't handle. Since 2004, Brandon and Jill Culver have strived to bring top-notch service to all of central and western Oklahoma. Residential, commercial, and industrial jobs performed by knowledgeable, friendly staff. Culver is a business built on Christian values, hard work, and outstanding quality. Call 580-243-5846 for your electric needs. Culver Electric, keeping the lights on.
Western Technology Center has 25 full-time training programs represented in 4 campuses across western Oklahoma. Check out westtech.edu for more information. WTC is committed to educating people for success.
Great Plains Analytical Services salutes all of the young men and women in the Elk City school system, and they urge each of them to apply the philosophy of all gas, no breaks to their academic studies, their fine arts performances, and their athletic contests, and hopes they carry this right on into their adult lives. GAS also sincerely thanks Elk City school board members for their service and the teachers, coaches, and administrators for their leadership. Let's all work together to make Elk City and America great again.
Welcome back to Boomer Stadium. It's halftime. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers by a score of 27-0. We've got some gas analysis of the first half. Daniel Garbarino, the Pioneer Cellular sideline reporter, is with me. Daniel, a lot of the things we talked about in the pregame, the Elks came out and did them there in the first half.
Yeah, it came to fruition. I don't think we were ready for the Wildcat situation, which give them credit. I mean, they saw that they had to adjust after their first drive, and they adjusted and they gained some yards. I think, like we talk about Ben not breaking, obviously there's a 0 on the scoreboard, so we're doing something right defensively. But like you said earlier, if you're able to punch it in the 2 times they're in the red zone, you have a different game. But I think we came out and did exactly what Coach Maynard and his staff wanted to do on offense. And we're pretty much dominant on offense. We could do whatever we want right now. And I think that's shown with Austin throwing the ball very well. Our wide receivers, our offensive line, they're blocking very well. Levy was over, he had 112 yards in the first half, so he's done. So I think we did what we wanted to do from an analytical standpoint.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, the Elks defense, it hasn't been as dominant against the running attack of Woodward. I think they had 80-something yards there in the first half. We'll have those stats officially here in just a second, or unofficially, but what I'm saying. But it felt like, honestly, that Woodward's offensive line, after that first series, was really kind of able to do some things against the Elks' defensive line.
Yeah, I might disagree with you on that point. I don't know that it was their offensive line. 42
yeah.
is a beast. I mean, he's a short fella, but he is a load, and he was lead blocking every play there. And I said earlier, we were over pursuing either up the field or on the outside, and that was, they were able to pick a hole and probably get 5 to 7 yards a pop when they ran that play.
On the Elk City side, offensively, like you said, just absolutely dominant in the entirety of the first half. That last drive, the only time the Elks don't score when they're trying to run a 2-minute offense that we've quite frankly haven't seen them try yet. First shotgun snaps that I can remember all year long there on that last drive for the Elks.
Yeah, first shotgun snaps. I've been here 2 years. That's the first time I've seen that. Coach Fisher told me they might do some of that this week. That's good, right? It gives you another formation for another team to prepare for. And I think that can be successful if it is in such a frantic situation. We weren't huddling. We were trying to call plays on the sideline, use hand signals, and we didn't have I don't think our protection package was right for the defensive line that they were giving us. But, yeah, we're quite dominant offensively, exactly what you want to see in a game like this when you could come out. It's possible. You've seen it happen and not have the intensity that you need to have. But great leadership you think about the seniors out there. Levy, he's not running any different. He's running just as hard and looking for someone to hit.
Yeah, the Elk City Elks lead 27-0 over the Woodward Boomers. That is the Gas Analytics. We'll come back with the Gas halftime stats here as the Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers by a score of 27-0 here at halftime at Boomer Stadium. This is the Bank of... Oh, hang on. Before we do that, text is in the text line. It's text line time. 225-9698. 225-9698. Text me, text that, and let us know where you're watching here on a Friday night in high school football in the state of Oklahoma. 225-9698. Text us, let us know where you're watching from. We'll come back, read some of those, have the Gas stats, get you ready for the second half. Elk City Elks lead 27-0 here at halftime over Woodward. It's the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Big Elk Auto Mall in Elk City is your one-stop automotive shop. In one location, you'll find professional automotive services like gas and diesel mechanics, expert exhaust installation, and certified auto body technicians who do it all from detailing to frame-off restorations. Owned by local guys with local ties, and they're fully insured. They're located in the old Summer J building across from the Elk City Convention Center. And at Big Elk Auto Mall, a percentage of every sale goes directly to the Elk City High School Athletics Program. If you need it, they do it. All insurances are accepted. Go Big Elks. Se habla español.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic. Barbara Dyson Ford has Western Oklahoma's sales crew.
Quentin Nichols is from Elk City, a graduate of Elk City. You got Chris Coy. He is Elk City born and bred. Ray Haven is from Cheyenne, so he is a Western Oklahoma guy, of course. Kirby McBroom, Elk City guy. Of course, my dad, David Dyson, Elk City. Ed Stewart, who is our sales manager, is from Clinton.
Barbara Dyson Ford has Western Oklahoma's sales crew. Buying and selling a home is a huge deal. Buyers are excited to get into a house they really want. Sellers are happy they can move on to the next phase in their life. But behind the scenes, someone's got to handle all that paperwork. And if things don't go right, the deal falls through. That's why buyers, sellers, and realtors all like working with Billy and Jennifer Smith. They're professional, they're thorough, and they're good. Smith Title and Closing, Broadway and Randall in Elk City. Outstanding opening, exceptional closing.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh, Coach, it happened again. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Daniel Garbarino in Elk City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A home really is their safe place. We love working with our clients and finding them that security space. And that's what's so fulfilling. When I see birthday parties at a house that we had shot for with this client, and we're watching all of these memories kind of unfold and build in these homes, that's what's so rewarding.
Moxie Realty and Auction Company. MoxieRealty.com.
Welcome back. Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football. We're at halftime. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers by a score of 27-0. We'll have some Gas halftime stats coming up here in just a second. Thank you to our good friends at Gas, the Williamson family. Gas, all gas, no brakes. Yeah. Fire those stats up there. There they are. All right. All right, team stats for the Elk City Elks. They've carried the football 11 times for 178 yards on the ground. That's 16 yards per carry. Thrown it 6 times, completed 3 of them for 119, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Total offense for the Elks, 287 yards in the first half, 17.5 yards per play, and that 1 turnover. On the other side for Woodward, 26 carries, 88 yards. It's 3.4 a clip. They were 5 of 12 through the air for 58 yards. 146 total yards of offense in the first half for Woodward, 3.9 yards of play. They did have the 2 turnovers on the interception in the end zone and then the fumble there in the second quarter. So the Elks dominating on the scoreboard and dominating on the Gas halftime stats. Let's look at some individual stuff for the Elks. First half rushing yards, 5 for 106 and a touchdown for Levy Owens, 2 carries, 40 yards for Matthew Thompson. Garbarino had a carry in 9 yards, Patton a carry in 10. Chuck Garza 1 for 13, but we haven't seen him since that carry there in the first quarter. Receiving for the Elks, 1 for 76 and a touchdown for Caden Holder, 1 for 19 and a touchdown for Cooper Patton, and 1 for 24 for Matthew Thompson. He also had a touchdown. On the other side for Woodward, 15 carries, 68 yards for Ace Long, 4 carries, 18 for Ryan Douglas, Denzel Emery had 3 carries, no yards. Taylon Laird had a carry and -4 yards. Receiving, Laird had 3 catches and 40 yards. Long had a catch for 14. Mason Boring had a catch for 4. Defensively for the Elks, so far here in the first half, leading them in tackles has been sophomore linebacker Catch Gino. He had 5 tackles, 3 tackles apiece for Matthew Thompson, Blake Red, and Cooper Patton. Patton also had the interception. And then 2 tackles apiece, Caden Holder, Braxton Robertson, Gage Eastman, Trace Decker, and also Nick Medina. And as of right now, let's see if we can cue that baby up on the State Farm replay. Nick Medina at the top of the Barbadice Ford tough hit of the game meter. Trying to see if we can't let you see that one again. Here it may be coming on Big Elk TV. As Laird took that jet sweep motion and was just absolutely planted right there by Nick Medina. Great work by Gabe Edney. Getting that replay queued up at halftime so everybody could see the Barbadice Ford tough hit of the game. Those are your Gas halftime stats individually and also as a team. And now you know what? It's that time. It's the time that everybody's been waiting on. It is the time to tell us where you've been watching from. 225-9698. 225-9698. Where are you at? Let's see. All right. Well, we'll skip that one. Miss Lid is cheering for the Big Elks from Tallahassee, Florida, especially for number 22, Cooper Garbarino. Senora Simon and the entire family is watching. Frank and Catherine Brown. Brown's watching from Elk City. Keep it up, Big Elks. Go CP watching from home. That's the Levi Richardson family. Saw Levi last night. Go Big Elks from Daniel Garbarino Sr., Cypress, Texas. Mama and Pawpaw Ford are cheering from Elk City for our number 55, Gage Eastman. Bruce and Jennifer Holly watching. Austin Jones from Red River, New Mexico. And the answer in the comment, yes, we do live here. I remember Jared asking that question. Watch it from him and Go Big Elks. Watch it from the recliner in Elk City. Skinny, you and your crew do a phenomenal job. Thank you very much. Definitely appreciate that. And watch it from home in Weatherford. Weatherford 26, John Marshall 16 at halftime. Hookers beat Merritt 30-0 at halftime. Watching from Chickasha, America, Go Big Elks. 225-9698. Text us in. Where you at? There's Dumas, Texas. Tyler Harrison and all those children that he's got. All the children watching from their living room. One of them had a birthday not too long ago. There's so many. I can't remember their names. Text me that, Tyler. Garage Gang is out at the Garage Gang's back together. Brandon Embry's there. My little sister Allie there at the hospital. Hopefully Mike's okay. He's sleeping, so that's good. All right, Dumas, Texas. We've got Miss Snyder and the family. Daniel, when Zach comes out, let me know.
Yeah. Well.
As I'm kind of looking through here. Okay, Miss Snyder and family watching from home in Elk City. Watching from Elk, Doug and Deb. The Rainies watching from the back porch. Will Skinny make it to Thanksgiving this year? Hope not. Hope not. And watching from home, the Sangers as well. Fulton. I know it was Winston's birthday, wasn't it? It's Francis Fulton, Winston, and George Ann. Callan Nichols. Riverview Ranch, Camargo. The Better Holder brother from the Sigma Chi house, Jason Holder. And we figured out what the pumping room was. We didn't know what that was last week when Jason texted in. You know what that is, the pumping room? Well, last week was homecoming at OSU. And pumping is where you stick the little paper into the decks, the yard decks, at all the sororities and fraternities. Have you never been up there for that? Oh, my gosh, you got to go. It's unbelievable.
All right, Skinny.
All right, got Zach, go ahead.
Coach, how do you feel about the first half?
Well, defensively, they jumped into, like everybody else has done, 3 or 4 different formations that they hadn't done all year. And so took us a little bit there to adjust and finally get them stopped. But, eventually we did. And offensively, we pretty much done what we wanted to do. Wanted to work a little 2 minute there just to get it on film and get to work on it. So, I think we're playing well. There's things we still got to clean up. It's week 9, and we still got things that we got to get better at.
Yeah, what are we going to see in the second half here? More of the same?
Yeah, you're gonna hopefully we'll take care of business and everybody gets to play.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
That's head coach Zach Maynard. Here's the question, Jason. Did the Sigma Chi's win last week? Let us know. Go Big Elks from Jacob Leal in Weatherford, Billy and Jennifer Smith, and Alex Cherry cheering on the Big Elks in Elk City. Pedro's has the Hills, the Trotters, and one half of the Edneys. The other half's up here dominating at halftime, getting that replay on there. Caleb Willis watching from home. Go number 44, Grammy. Get better, Sammy. Monty B watching from the house. You know you want to be a Big Elk. I remember that as well. 225-9698. Still a couple of minutes left to get your text in. Lead on from Orla, Texas. Robert and Lori Cloud from Elk City. Go Big Elks. All right, Daniel, you heard Coach Maynard. Still some things, obviously, to improve. And, there's that's coaches obviously never going to be satisfied with what's going on. But here is my question. What do you want to see in the second half?
I think we get the ball coming out. I would like to see a dominant drive. You're gonna have a couple young guys out there, and still be able to dominate their defensive line and put something together, put some points on the board, and really put this out of reach. Defensively, I don't know what they're gonna do. I would expect them to come out more of in the Wildcat again, and if that's the case, I'd like to shut that down. We've shown that we can, but it's been more of like we continue to say, we kind of give a little bit and we haven't given any points up, but we've given some yards.
Yeah, I'm like, it's time for, if maybe one drive, go get a touchdown, and then see a whole bunch of youngins out there. All right, Fairchild's watching from home. Go Drayton Parks. I wonder if that's our good friend Tara. Eastman's older sister and niece, Veda, watching from OKC. Go 55. Terry Jones from Wagner. Charlie and Dr. Lori Atterbury. Go Big Elks. And also, is that the Charlie Atterbury? The Charlie Atterbury? Josh and Christina Dove from the Lazy Boys in Elk City. Nope, Siggy Kai didn't win. Carter Singer is a pledge brother of Holders. Tough to swallow having a kid at wow. That's how Pat was telling me that. All right, the Reeds at home in Elk City. My darling wife driving home, and Justin Ediger watching from Woodward over there in the stands. Or anyhow, all right. Thanks to everybody. We do that every week. It's always so much fun to see just exactly how many people are watching, listening, and we appreciate you guys always tuning in to BigElkTV.com. And turns out it's a lot of fun to do when the Elks are playing the way they have. Not only tonight, but also this season, as already the Class 4A District 1 champions with 2 games to go. All right, Daniel, you go ahead and talk for a little bit.
For sure, man. I was just going to update some folks on some scores around 4A. Clinton with the 28-0 lead over Cache in the third quarter. Cushing at halftime up 56-0. Berlowitz continues to impress folks. Big game, like I said earlier, Blanchard up 21-12 at the half. Weatherford up on John Marshall 28-6. Let's see, who else do we have here? Poto's up on Ada 20-0. Tuttle and Newcastle in quite a game. My phone just cut out, but I believe it is 14-13. Yes, 14-13 at half. Tuttle up on Newcastle. So some big games this week as the districts play out, and they have a lot of impact on who we get week 1 of the playoffs.
Yeah, that District 2, that race can still go just about any way.
Man, there's some good teams in that district. I mean, Bethany's 7-1, Blanchard's 7-2. Let's see, what's Tuttle?
7-1 or
7. Tuttle's 5-2.
Yeah, 5-2.
Newcastle's 6-1.
Yep.
I mean, some really good teams in that district. Kind of.
Yeah, if I remember right, going into tonight, Blanchard was the only team that was undefeated in that district at 4-0, and then those other 3, Newcastle, Tuttle, and Bethany, all 3-1.
Yeah, and now it looks like, I mean, it's halftime, but Bethany's up 21-12 on Blanchard.
So then you got Bethany beating Blanchard, Tuttle beat Bethany,
yep,
and Blanchard beat Tuttle.
Correct.
So those district points may come into play if all those things continue to be that way.
Coin flip. They do coin flips on ties here, or is it just straight district points?
The district points, and then it goes to if everybody beat everybody, maybe the next team. So if it's Newcastle fourth, what the record was against them. There's all kinds of – I think it does come down to that, though, maybe after about 7 or 8 different levels of it.
You just remember the famous coin flip in the movie.
Yes.
Odessa. Permian.
That's right. Another score down in Class A. The Merritt Oilers trail 30-0 at halftime to Hooker. And then in that District 1 battle at the top, Fairview shutting out Burns Flat, Dill City 27-0. Here it's 27-0 Elks, and we have the ball in the air. Shirkey down the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. Ace Long might have had a shot at that one. And it's the directional kick from Jackson Shirkey. Or, excuse me, Lucas Shirkey. Jackson was his brother a couple years ago. Anyhow, goes out of bounds.
He kicked it into a hole. We didn't have anybody over there.
Gino was trying to stay with Long. I don't know if that was going to work out in the brown and white favor. But the ball slipped out of bounds. So Elk City has it 1st and 10 on their own 35. Just underway third quarter. The Elks lead the Woodward Boomers 27-0. Glancing down there, looks like a lot of the first-team offensive line is back out there.
It looks like Catch Gino is going to come in at quarterback.
Gino quarterback. Jaden Wynn is the fullback. Thompson split right on the right back, the right wing back. Garbarino left. Thompson in motion. Gino has a snap, turns, hands it off to Wynn. Jaden tried to spin away from a tackler, couldn't do it. I think that was L.J. Mason, 72, the first man. Johnny on the spot. A loss of 1 back to the 34. The second down, and I think it's more of 11 back at the 34. Keys split out to the right. Now Garbarino joins him in the slot. Cale Poole split out left. Gino under center, turns, and he's going to hand it off. Jaden Wynn breaks one tackle, still going, spinning at the 40. He almost got away there. Tackle made. God, it's hard to see their numbers. Kaysen Boren on the tackle. It was a gain of 7 on 2nd and 11 for Wynn. So 3rd down and 4 for the Elks at their own 41.
This is an important down here in this game for Elk City, in my opinion.
Holder and Thompson split out to the left. Cale Poole to the right. In motion is Garbarino, 3rd and 4 Elks. Gino keeps, cuts it up inside. He dives forward, has the first down. Rolling on his ankle there is Hunter Harrison. Gain of 5 and another Moxie Realty first down for the Elks. Amy Robbins at Moxie Realty. Moxie makes it happen, and the Elks are moving the chains with Moxie Realty.
I like that play. You got you put your wing back in motion and use him as the lead blocker for the quarterback delay there. Good looking play.
Gino got 5 on 3rd and 4, and the Elks have a 1st and 10 at their own 46, marching left to right here in the third quarter, leading 27-0 as we hit the 10-minute mark of the third. Gino turns, hands it off to Wynn, makes one little jump cut, spins down inside the 50 to the 48. Strong run there by Jaden Wynn as he avoided the first tackler and then carried Boomers across midfield. He got about 6 on 1st and 10, brings up a 2nd and 4.
Yeah, a little different style of running there between Levy and Jaden. Levy more of a, I'm going to run over you if you're there. Jaden let a guy just jump right in front of him and went around him. Good run.
Good to see Jaden back out there. Missed a couple of games with that knee. We saw him last week against Weatherford. Now we're going to see a bunch of him here in the second half. 2nd down and 4. Running the option left is Gino. Catch, cuts it up, dives forward toward the first down. He needed 4, only got 3 to the 45. Bring up the 3rd down and a yard.
Yeah, smart decision there to keep. We're running out of playing field over here. If you pitch it, you have a chance to put it on the ground. Smart play there. Get what you can and go down.
So Gino got 3 to be 3rd down and a yard for the Elks at the Woodward 45. Already 3 minutes, 10 seconds off this third quarter clock on this drive. In motion is Thompson. The Elks trying to get Woodward to jump offside with that motion. They don't do it. Now Gino has the play with 5 on the play clock. under center with 4. Ball snap, turn around, hand off to Wynn. Jaden's got a first down, almost kept his feet crossing the 40, and he might have been gone.
He almost had that one broken there.
Tripped up after a gain of 7. Nope, give him 8 to the 37, and it's another Moxie Realty first down.
Yeah, great experience for Ketch here, getting some pretty valuable playing time in a game.
27-0 Elks, so they've got it 1st and 10 at the Woodward 37-yard line. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Gino under center, turns, hands off to Wynn, breaks a tackle, spins down. Oh, he almost stayed on bodies and got up and thought about running, but he spun down at the 29-yard line. A gain of 8 for Jaden Wynn on first down. Those guys on the front line, Price, Long, Holden Dixon. Who else is out there? Riley Boyd and also Trevino doing a great job here on this drive. 2nd and 2 Elks at the Woodward 29. Thompson in motion. Gino throws a little pass out in the flat. He's got Devin Simmons. Good block for Simmons to the outside of the 20. Trying to break a tackle. He does, but he's out of bounds. As Cooper Latow on the edge makes the play, but not makes the play on the outside, but not before a gain of 13 yards. Now give him 12 to the 17, and another Moxie Realty first down.
It's good to see two get his hands on the ball there. Is that his? I think that's his first catch on the year.
I think it is too.
That's great.
Well, I can tell you actually, because I have got the season-long stats right here in my hand. Devin Simmons has not tallied yet. So yeah, first catch of the year for Simmons. It's a 12-yarder and another Moxie Realty first down. And guess what? The Elks are inside the Big Elk Auto Mall red zone. David and April Pena, Scott Brown, Big Elk Auto Mall, they do it all. 1st and 10 Elks at the Woodward 17. Gino's going to run the trap play to Garbarino. Cooper gets to the outside of the 15. We got a flag in the backfield, though. So I think they might have got Riley Boyd with a push on the outside. Lataw made the tackle on Garbarino at the 10. Would have been a gain of 7. Instead, we got a hold whistle against the Elks from the 19-yard line. So back him up 10 from there, and it would be first down and 22 for Elk City at the Woodward 29.
I mean, at some point you're going to see. I mean, Weatherford did a pretty decent job of stopping the counter or trap, whatever you want to call it, last week. But man, it just works.
Yeah, it does. It's amazing because it absolutely does. Thompson in motion, right to left. He stops. The Elks were trying to get a free 5. Gino changes the play. 1st and 22, Elk City at the Woodward 29. In motion goes Thompson, right to left. Gino turns, hands off to Wynn. Wynn just runs into a wall of defenders, still standing up at the 30. They finally blow the play dead. They give him back to the line of scrimmage at the 29. Luis Corral on the tackle. Now they mark him at the 30. Loss of 1 brings up 2nd down and 23 for the Elks.
You know, they're saying 2nd and 12 in the stadium, but that's not the case.
I think it is to the first marker, but unfortunately for the Elks, they got to get down there to that 2nd. I mean, from the 30 to the 7, I'm telling you right now, the old math tells you that's 23 yards.
That's a fact.
Snap. Running the option left. Gino pitches it out to Thompson. Thompson tries to get the corner, cuts inside. Nice play in the open field by Taylon Laird. Looked like the Elks might have had something working there on the far side, but Laird makes the tackle, a gain of 1, and it's 3rd and 22 for Elk City.
Yeah, had an opportunity out here on the outside if it would have been blocked. I don't miss the block.
So 3rd down and 22 for the Elks at the Woodward 29. They've already ran half the third quarter off the clock. Gino in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks right, throws it over the middle, incomplete and almost intercepted. Just a little too far out in front of Holder. Catch took a shot after he let it go. It's 4th and long for Elk City.
Man, that just seems like a problem on any pass that we have, that backside blitzer. It's like we're just not picking them up. We're providing protection on this side. We put extra protection over here, and then he threw the other way, which is kind of interesting.
Well, if it's me, And I'm looking out there, and I can throw it at 1 or I can throw it at 5. I'm throwing it at 5 every single chance instead of 1.
You're right.
The Elks need to hurry with 7 on the play clock. 4th and long. Gino under center, drops straight back. He's got protection now, rolling to the right, looking down the field, throws it toward the end zone, intended for Kai Keys. Kai is going to have it knocked down, incomplete. Mason Boring did a good job not to catch it. I don't think he did it on purpose, but it's incomplete. The Elks turn it over on downs with 5:26 left in the third quarter, leading 27-0.
Yeah, started off good there, then got behind the chains with the hold, and that's the difference in the drive, really. I mean, Wynn was rolling.
Yeah, instead of 2nd and 3 from the 10 after Cooper's 7-yard gain, it ended up being 1st and 22, and the Elks just couldn't dig out of that hole. Time did tick off the clock. That was a 6-minute and 34-second drive to start the third quarter.
Is that 2 in at quarterback there?
I think so.
Ace?
Yeah. So Long will be the Wildcat quarterback. 1st and 10 Woodward at their own 29. One split right, one split left receiver-wise. 4 guys in the backfield. Long takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Denzel Emery. He's going to have nowhere to go in the middle of the Elk City defense. Moyer, Decker, Gino.
Bunch of them in there.
Bunch of them on the tackle. Blake Red was around it. Medina was coming in there as well. Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, that was good. Good play by our front 7 there. And I think all 7 were in on that tackle.
Ty Jamison out there, 85. I guess that's Gage in the middle, so Trace isn't out there. I see him over here on the sideline. So Jamison out there on the defensive line. 2nd and 11 Woodward. Long has the snap, looking for the outside. It's cut off. He cuts it back inside, breaks a couple of tackles, almost slipped out of there. Eastman, Blake Red, Moyer on the tackle. But a good job gaining yardage there by Ace Long. Instead of a loss, he ends up gaining about 4 or 5, making it 3rd down and 7.
And you see that right there when he cut back. That's why the coaches talk about getting flat on the backside, so that you can get, and you're not over pursuing up top, so that you can meet him when he does make the cutback.
Call it 6, really. 3rd down and 6 for Woodward. Their own 33. Snap back. Long's going to throw, looking for Laird down the near sideline. He's got a step, but the ball is nicely thrown. Matthew Thompson mistimed his jump. Laird got both feet down. It's a completion to Taylon Laird of 22 yards. And a 1st and 10 for Woodward at the Elk City 46.
Yeah, we had people in the right spots. Kid's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
Very talented.
And give it up to Ace Long. He's the tailback making those good throws down the sidelines.
He is. Yeah, he dropped that one in a bucket.
The 1st and 10 Woodward at the Elk City 46. 3:55 to play in the third quarter, 27-0 Elks. Ace up the middle, breaks one tackle, and then he's jumped on from behind as Nick Medina rode him down after a gain from the 46 down to about the 42, so give him 4 yards on 1st down.
Coach Maynard yelling, get flat.
You're exactly right. He starts out one way, the Elks over pursuit, and he cuts it right back where he came from. 2nd and 6 for Woodward at the Elk City 42. Same formation with the receiver to each side. Snap back to Long. He's going to hand it off to Reeves, 35. He meets a wall of Elk City defenders, and they wrestle him down after a gain of 1 to the 41.
He had 79 in a nose guard there.
Cade Martinez.
Yeah, 48.
Yeah, Hopper was getting up off the pile. Catch getting up off the pile. The Elks working a few twos in there on this possession with the defense. 3rd down, call it 5 for Woodward at the 41-yard line of Elk City. We're down to 2:40 left to play in the third quarter. Score remains 27-0 Elk City as it was at halftime. Laird split left, Long, the snap rolled to him. He picks it up, looking for some room on the outside. The Elks do a nice job on the corner. Is that Caden?
Yeah, 24.
No, it's Cale Poole. Poole made the tackle. Cutting down Long, loss of 2, and it'll bring up a 4th down and about 7.
Yeah, Colt checking into the game, 44.
Yeah, Colt Murray, one of the captains tonight for the Elks.
Senior, his first year to play football this year.
Checking in on 4th and 7 for Woodward at the Elk City 43-yard line. Long's got the snap, rolling to his left, throws it over the middle. He's got a man open. It's going to be Moose Matt, and Matt stretches toward the first down marker, and he's got it at the 35. Ethan Moose Matt needed 7, got 8, and it's a 1st and 10 for Woodward. Tell you what, you're right. 40. That guy is a good player.
He's scrappy. He's got a motor. I mean, you can see on film, when you watch Woodward on film, 1 and 42 jump out at you. 42's got a motor. He doesn't quit.
1st and 10 Woodward at the 35-yard line after the 8-yard reception for Matt on 4th and 7. Long takes the snap, looking for some room up the middle. He's going to be knocked off his feet as Medina makes the tackle.
Medina's having a heck of a drive here.
Big Red whiffed. He thought he was going to have a tackle for loss.
Oh, yeah.
He got up kind of clutching his hands like, uh-oh, he's not there anymore. Good penetration by Hopper, just couldn't quite make the play. Medina cleaned it up, 2nd down and 9 for the Boomers. At the Elk City 34. Long in the shotgun. Snap. Fakes it left. Now goes to the right. The Elks do a nice job. There's Hopper.
Hopper and Ocho right there.
Hopper and Ocho.
And Braxton.
One of the very few times that Ace Long didn't follow Moose Matt up into a hole. And the Elks did a good job of staying home on the backside.
Alonzo Gino checking in, number 6 and 37, I believe. 37, yes.
Yeah, Josh Rickert. So Rickert and Gino and the outside linebackers, but Woodward's going to be content to let the 3rd down clock run out. So we'll head to the 4th quarter. The Elk City Elks leading the Woodward Boomers by a score of 27-0. Come back for more Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Once in a while, you find a company that operates on excellence. They hire people who are serious about safety and quality. It continues with the equipment they use, dependable, sturdy, safe. Then there's the way the company's run, with clear expectations, high standards, and fairness for employees, and commitment to delivering the very best for customers. Anadarko Dozer and Trucking is one of those companies. Anadarko Dozer is dedicated to excellence. To become one of the crew, visit anadarkodozer.com.
Bobby Joe Cudd started with one piece of equipment and one small crew in Woodward, Oklahoma back in 1977. Now, that company works across the country and around the world. It's Cudd Energy Services. When the bottom fell out of the oil field in the early 1980s, Cudd stuck it out and kept going. Ever since, when newcomers closed the doors, Cudd kept working. Cudd is still here, doing more than ever to harness the power of our natural resources. Cudd Energy Services, here to stay.
Welcome back. Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers 27-0 as we hit the 4th quarter. Woodward's got its 3rd down and 7 from the Elk City 32. Long in the Wildcat. Snap back, rolling right. And he's going to throw it down the field, intended in the end zone. It's going to be caught. A touchdown for the Woodward Boomers. Lucas Shirky wrestled it out of the hands of Jeremiah Jackson right at the goal line. 32-yard touchdown pass from Long to Shirky. And the Woodward Boomers are on the board, 27-6 on your Ace Home Center scoreboard with 11:53 left to play here on the 4th quarter clock.
Yeah, Jeremiah had good position. It was a good, well-thrown ball, and Woodward kid came up with the catch.
Mason runs out on the offensive line here. Good snap, good hold. Shirky, the kicker, good grief.
He can boot it.
Got a cannon on that left leg.
He can boot it.
So he scores the touchdown, kicks the extra point. It's 27-7. The Elk City Elks leading the Woodward Boomers. With 11:53 to play here in the fourth quarter. Hey, you're right. Jeremiah was there.
Yeah,
just
great position.
A nice throw and a nice catch.
And he had good position, turned, looked for the ball, and it was a good ball and a good catch. I remember last time the mic in and out.
Yeah, just a little there. There you go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Last time the pooch kick, so we got to watch for that again. And who knows? Woodward might be a little ticked that they saw different guys coming in, and they think, all right, let's onside this thing right here.
It's interesting that 11 isn't the kickoff guy after seeing how far he kicks that thing. Ace Long is the kickoff guy. Oh, no, it is going to be Shirky this time.
11, yeah, it is him.
It's like as long as I've seen Long kick off, but I've never really seen Shirky do it. And I don't understand why he wouldn't, because you feel like he could kick it in the end zone. He'll kick left to right here. It's kind of a poocher. The Oaks ready for it. Fair catch. Signaled for and taken by Kai Keys at the 27 or 28-yard line. The Oaks will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27 or 28. Leading 27-7 over Woodward. 11:53 to play in the fourth quarter. Let's pause for 10 seconds for station ID. This is Big Elk Football.
You're listening to Big Elk Sports on 94.3 KXOO Elk City. Cool 94.
Welcome back to Boomer Stadium. Yeah, Mason, LJ Mason, the first guy. First time I've seen him out there on defense. Elk City's got it 1st and 10 at their own 28. Gino flips it out in the flat. There's Cole Bowie. Bowie at the 35, breaks it to the outside 40, 45, 50, 45. He's shoved out of bounds on the far sideline at the 40-yard line. Bowie for 32 yards on the reception, and it's another Moxie Realty first down for the Elks.
That was a great ball by catch there. Good move. Great block on the outside, too. Was that Kai on the outside?
I think it was.
Yeah.
As he checks out, Jeremiah Jackson replaces him. Alonzo Gino is in there. One of those wing backs. Bowie splits left, Jackson right. Is that Alex Cupp, I think? Also out there. 1st and 10 Elks at the Woodward 40. Cupp in motion. Gino keeps it up the middle, breaks a tackle, and now he's going to be slung down after a gain of 6 to the 34. And Gino a little slow to get up. The Elks aren't going to come out of this one unscathed from a health perspective.
On the replay, do you see? I mean, I know we don't like to show those, but it looked like the other guy rolled on his ankle that was tackling him when he kind of barrel rolled him.
Yeah, it's definitely where they're looking. Coach Lev is out there, along with now Coach Maynard. It was a 6-yard gain for Gino, and then he was rolled up on and catches, laying in the right along the hashes on the right side of the field, inside the 35-yard line. He's up, not able to put much pressure on that left leg, it looks like. So Gino's being helped off. Does that mean is Logan coming in?
Yes, he is.
So Logan Webb will be the next third Big Elk quarterback of the night. Let's think Smith Title and Closing. Billy and Jennifer Smith at Smith Title and Closing. Outstanding opening and exceptional closing. We also got time for First National Bank and Trust. Sandy Warner is the CEO. David Atkinson, the president. First National is a bank you know and trust. 2nd down and 4 Elks at the Woodward 34. Trap play. Alonzo Gino breaks the tackle in the backfield. Stays on his feet as he crosses the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5 and another Moxie Realty first down for the Elks. We'll also thank our good friends at Anadarko Dozer and Trucking. That's Jay and Angie Wyatt. Anadarko Dozer is committed to excellence. So Logan Webb's the quarterback. Jaden Wynn the fullback. The 2 wingbacks are Gino and Cup. Receivers are Jeremiah Jackson and also Cole Bowie. Snap, handoff to Wynn. Jaden's going to be slung to the ground by L.J. Mason. Gain of a yard to the 27. Try to get the line guys in there as well.
You got 75, 54, 64, 68.
All right, so you got Fabian Armendariz, 68. Sean Cotton, I've got Cotton Sean. That's got to be Sean Cotton, right?
Sean Cotton.
Yeah, I got that backwards. All right, 64 is Andrew Muse. Did you say 65 also? We'll get him on the next play. Logan Webb's going to be hammered as he was trying to get rid of the football up the middle. 77 standing there. Ryan Fulbright. Flag on the play. That one was doomed from the get-go.
I don't know that we were set there.
Bunch of different dudes. There's Easton Sloan. There was illegal motion on the Elks. See if Woodward accepts that penalty, if they'll just decline it. It's going to be 3rd and long if they do. Yeah, they decline it.
Legal shift.
Alan Perez, sophomore in there at the fullback spot. So 3rd down, or is it 2nd down? Should be 3rd down. They declined the penalty.
They declined. It's 3rd.
Yeah. 3rd and 10 for the Elks at the Woodward 28-yard line. 9:58 to play in the 4th quarter, 27-7 Elk City. Webb drops straight back, throws a long pass down the far sideline, going up in the end zone. Oh, he had it, and then it's knocked out of his hands. Bowie almost made the touchdown catch.
Good ball by 14 there.
Incomplete. It's 4th down. Was it boring or was it 30?
35?
35. I think he's the one that made the play. Bo Reeves. Bowie took it away from Leteau and couldn't hang. 4th and 10 Elks. Webb running the trap. Alonzo trying to break it to the outside. Breaks one tackle, but a good job there by Woodward reading the play. There's Reeves again making the tackle in the backfield. The Elks will turn it over on downs. Yeah, it is Cotton.
First name Cotton?
First name Cotton.
Okay.
Yeah, here you go. Jean. 5-5 in the World Series. It was 5-0 early Houston. Now it's 5-5.
Oh, yeah. Kayla Maddox just texted. It is Cotton Sean.
Yeah, that's what I've got a bunch of them.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad, folks.
Yeah. When I looked at it, I thought that can't be right. All right, 1st and 10 Woodward at their own 32. 9:44 left in the 4th quarter, 27-7 Elk City. Long in the Wildcat, looking for a hole on the left. Nice job submarining in there.
34 there on that.
And Alex Cupp coming from that safety spot, making the tackle after a gain of about 3 to the 35. Bunch of different Elks out there on the defensive side as well. Martinez, Hopper, and Murray up front. You've got Rickert. Is that Reese back out there?
Yeah, 35. Back from a collarbone.
Yeah, he had a collarbone. And so Reese Burton's out there. Perez as well. Secondary, it's Keys and Jeremiah, Bowie, and also Alex Cupp. Handoff to Emery. Emery breaking tackles, crossing the 40, near the first down. A couple of different Elks had a shot at him. They're going to give him enough for a first down to the 42. Gain of 7.
Tuttle's tied it up in the fourth quarter, 20-20. Cushing put up 70.
Eesh. Denzel Emery, 7 yards and a first down for Woodward. 8:33 left, 27-7 Elk City. Laird splits out left, Shirky right. Long is in the Wildcat, got the snap, picking his way up the middle. He's going to go to the 45 to the 50, breaks at the outside of the 40, 35 to the 30. It's a race to the pylon. It looks like Ace Long's going to win it. 10-5 touchdown. 58 yards for Ace Long, and it's a 2-score game. 27-13. The Elks lead with the extra point pending. 8:09 to play in the fourth quarter. The Elks had multiple shots at him in the middle of the field, couldn't make the tackle. An Ace Long 58-yard run. Shirky on to attempt the extra point. High snap, nice hold. Shirky got underneath this one, but it's in there and good. I think that's the starting quarterback, Douglas, with the hold. Good job by him. So Woodward's pulled within 13. It's 27-14 Elks, 8:09 left here in the fourth quarter.
Kind of puts you in a weird spot as a coach, right?
Yeah, it really kind of does. Because, you know, all we've seen here since about the middle of the first quarter on, from an injury standpoint, has not been good, or at least looking good initially for the Elks. Decker and Garza, now Catch, Sammy, Aiden, you know, some of those guys that you don't know, how serious it is or anything like that, but you're trying to get those guys out of there and some others as well. Now all of a sudden there's 8 minutes left. Woodward's got 3 timeouts and only down 2 scores.
I mean, we need our hands team in here, I would think.
I would imagine that would be. It's not who's out there. I would be alert.
The middle of the field's wide. I mean, between who's that, Poole and Braxton, there's a big gap there.
It's going to be Shirky to kick. The last time was kind of a pooch toward the middle of the field. Let's see what happens. He boots it short. Intended Keys has got it at the 30. Kai, his face mask to the ground. And that'll be, I believe that'll be the 15-yard variety, as his head went straight to the ground.
Usually if you tackle somebody, bring them down by the face mask, it should be the 15-yard variety.
I would think so.
They're having quite a discussion about it.
They're only going to call it a 5-yarder? No, I was going to say, surely. If that one's not a personal foul, I don't know why why they have one. So the Elks will start 1st and 10 at their own 47. Great field position. The first drive of the third quarter, they ran off about 6 minutes. I think it was 6:34 off the clock. Didn't score.
We got our ones in there, with the exception of Levy.
Okay. So the Elks have the starters back out there. 1st and 10 at their own 47. Jones, quick pass in the flat. He's got Holder. Holder's got Patton out in front of him, 40, 35, 30 far sideline, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. It'll only need to be one play for those guys as Holder scores a touchdown, 53 yards. And the Elks back up 3 scores, 33-14. One play, touchdown drive for Elk City. Cooper Patton gets the credit out in front of him this time, throwing a nice block. 4th touchdown pass for Austin Jones. He came into last week, Austin did, with a single touchdown pass. He's now got 7 on the year.
Have a 12. Have a day.
That could be the Culver electrifying play of the game there, in a good spot where the Elks needed something to happen. Snap down, good hold. Bryan is up. Did he tuck it inside the right
No, he
upright?
missed it.
Just a little right. He had a guy right in his face, and I think he tried to miss him with the football. Couldn't quite do it. And I think Coach Maynard's going to go out and meet Caden Holder as Caden kind of walked into the end zone and got pushed, letting him know that that's probably not the greatest thing after that touchdown.
Well,
you know, it's great to score. You wish you'd have ran more than about 18 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
33-14 on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers with 7:54 left in the 4th. We're going to get the Kai Keys experience again on the kickoff.
Just keep it away from 1.
Okay, he's over here.
Yeah, you got
that's
10,
good. That's good coaching by Woodward. They've got him right over here where the balls came every time.
You got 10 over here.
(33-14) Elks. 7:54 left. Keys right to left, boots it on the ground. It's going to end up right in the hands of Taylon Laird at the 20. Laird looking for some room to the left, breaks a tackle. 35, he kind of stumbled himself, it looked like, to the 35.
He did slip a little bit there. Little turf monster.
Yeah, sniper got him there at the 35. Thank you, Hutch, for the help on that name. Let's see who else is out there. Logan Webb looks like he's going to be a corner. Who just slipped on there? Is that 23, Daniel? Yeah, 23. Actually, Holder's going to come in. Somebody not paying attention? Huh.
Well, you don't.
Long on the carry. There, the Elks do a good job staying in their holes. Flag flies. Reese Burton. Also, Cade Martinez there to make the tackle as Long tried to cut it back inside. And a hold to boot. Holding is declined, so it's a loss of 1 on the run for Ace Long. That's kind of what we've been looking for all night long, Daniel. The guys didn't over pursue and were standing right there in that cutback lane.
Yeah, they were. And one just looked over at the sideline and called his own number.
Yeah. Jeremiah, run over here, buddy.
Bro, 23 better be on his horse.
2nd and 11, Woodward at their own 34. Long takes the snap. Looks right, throws a long pass intended for Boring. Did
pick,
Jeremiah got the pick? He did. The freshman Jeremiah Jackson.
We got a flag.
Flies.
I say it's OPI.
Flag flies on the interception from Jeremiah Jackson. That could be the Culver electrifying play of the game. See what the call is.
I saw the kid from Woodward pull Jeremiah back, but that referee couldn't see that. He was on the other side.
There's motion and decline in the huddle.
Yep.
Pass interference offense. Great job. Jeremiah Jackson, first career pick for the freshman. He was in great coverage earlier on that touchdown, just couldn't make the play on the ball that time, even being interfered with. He makes the interception.
That's got to be frustrating for Talon over there.
So 1st and 10 Elks at their own 40.
Oh, the chain guys are going the wrong way here. Hold on, we got him. Coach Maynard corrected him here. And now we will start the 25-second.
In motion is Gino. The Elks moved.
Oh, gosh.
They let the play go. Perez gained 2, but that's going to be an illegal motion penalty on the Elks. .7:14 left in the 4th. I think both of these teams are ready for this game to be over with. They just can't get out of their own way to end it. Reese Burton checked into the lineup. The Elks were huddled about a yard back. They didn't realize the penalty. I don't have 87. Anybody out there, 87?
Is that Newt?
Oh, it is Newt. I forgot to
Newt.
put him on the. Yeah, I've got Newt as 16. That's right. That's right. Newt Reynolds. At the middle, Perez pushing the pile forward.
Look
crosses
at him go.
The 40. Back to where he got to on the first carry. 6 yards for Perez. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, he's low to the ground. That's a tough kid to tackle right there.
You know, I mean, he looks like a mini Levy.
Yeah, maybe a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's built very well in the legs.
Sloan splits out to the left. Burton and Gino are the wingbacks. In motion is Alonzo. Handoff. Perez spins out of a tackle. Now he's going to be slung to the ground at the 44. He gains 3. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Clock runs nearing the halfway point of this 4th quarter. 33-14, the Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. Also thank you to Jimmy and Marilyn Herald, the Bank of Western Oklahoma, title sponsors of Elk City Athletics again this year. Where people come first, the Bank of Western Oklahoma. Locations in Elk City, Woodward, Weatherford, Cordell, Geary, and also Visay. 3rd and 6, Elks at their own 44. Webb under center. Sends Cup in motion, hands it off to Perez. And Perez might have surged forward for a yard. He did to the 45, and it's 4th and 5. And the punt unit strolls on the field for the Elks.
Yeah, Cooper at lunch said, I'm punting tonight. And I was like, hope not. Hope you're not punting, man.
Well, his first attempt will come here.
Oh, and one's back there.
Yeah, Laird at the 30 of Woodward. Cooper standing at the Elk City 32. Nice snap. Garbarino, nice high spiraling kick, calling for the fair catch and making it at the 25-yard line is Talon Laird. Good job by Garbarino.
Good punt by 22 there.
30 yards, no return.
What's the biggest part?
Yeah, it's no return. So the net yardage is 30. Woodward takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25. 5:06 left. The Elk City Elks lead the Woodward Boomers by a score of 33-14. We'll be back at home next week for the regular season finale with John Marshall coming to town. Then, of course, week 1 of the playoffs will be at Big Elk Stadium as well. Opponent to be determined.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks in that other district going to determine that.
Long in the Wildcat. 1st and 10 Woodward. Rolls right. Cuts it back up. The Elks do a good job. That's Ty Jamison chasing him down and slinging him to the ground. A loss of 2 back to the 23. Nice job by Jamison.
You know, this has to make you feel pretty good about the future of Elk City football. You have a lot of freshmen out there, some sophomores, and Woodward has not taken out their ones.
Yep.
Their ones are still in. One's still on the field. 47 still on the field. 42. And they're holding their own.
No doubt about it. That's really encouraging. 2nd down and 12 for Woodward. Snap back, handoff to Emery. Denzel Emery breaks a tackle. Burton's got him, though, and he slings him to the ground after a gain to about the 34.
And Reese Burton has the frame, and it seems like to me when I watched him prior to him getting hurt, I told Cooper I thought he could be a very, very good football player, and Cooper agreed with me 100%. He was like, he's going to be really, really good.
Reese makes the tackle after a gain of 11. It'll be 3rd down and a yard for Woodward at their own 34. Long in the Wildcat, takes the snap, picks his way up the middle, breaks a tackle, and there's Burton again. And I'll tell you one thing, we've called Reese Burton's name a whole bunch when he's been out there on the field here in the second half. And now a flag flies late. Long carried it to the 45. 11 yards and a first down, and what's the flag?
Alonzo.
And he's going to be ushered off the field. See, this is, uh-oh. That's not going to be good.
No.
Warrior trying to get in the game. They're not going to let him out there.
Yeah. Tyler wanted in, baby. He wanted to play.
Do they get Rollins out there? Is that who?
Yeah. Yep.
Or not Rollins.
25.
Gillens. Elijah Gillens. So after the 11-yard gain and a 15-yard penalty, Woodward's got it 1st down and 10 at the Elk City 40. Long picks his way. Nice job there by Rickert. Slinging him to the ground on the cutback after a gain of 3. Rickert and Ty Jamison on the tackle.
What's Ty's classification?
Is he a freshman or a sophomore? Sophomore.
He's a good-looking kid too. Big frame as well.
Yeah, he's easy to spot out there for sure. 85 here. 2nd down and 7 for Woodward. Quarterback Douglas back in there. Snap. Lobs it over the middle. Nice catch by Laird going down. He's got to move to the 25, down to the 20. And he's going to be grabbed by the face mask, still fighting forward. Taylon Laird's not done competing. Jeremiah had him by the shoulder pad. His hand got up into his ear hole. Laird fought forward to about the 13-yard line, a 30-yard gain. That's not that far. They started from 37. So 24 yards for Laird, and then we're going to tack on a penalty here on the Elks. Maybe about the 6.5-yard line.
And that's exactly where it is.
Half the distance to the goal.
The mathematician.
So it'll be 1st and goal for the Boomers with 2:51 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Elk City leads 33-14. Clock won't start because they ushered Laird out of bounds. Long back in there, hands it off to Emery. Nobody kept it, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. He faked it to Denzel Emery, and Ace Long keeps it up the middle for a 6-yard touchdown run. And it's 33-20. The Elks lead Woodward with 2:48 left in the 4th quarter.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah, I bet the hands team's out there this time.
However, I mean, you still have to. I mean, they're playing against some upperclassmen.
Oh yeah, listen. I mean, a lot of times in this situation, of course, it is senior night. You want to get those guys in the black and gold all the chance they can get to play on this field. I totally understand that.
Is this their last home game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Senior night, last home game. So they go down to Clinton next week.
Yeah.
Speaking of Clinton, 35-7, the Red Tornadoes on top of Cache in the 4th quarter. Actually, that's a final. So Clinton beats Cache 35-7. Bethany leads Blanchard 21-12 in the 4th quarter. Tuttle's a touchdown ahead of Newcastle 27-20 in the 4th quarter. Poto Hammer and Ada 27-0. That could be later on down the line some opponents that the Elks are able to win in the first round.
Yeah, how does that work? Do we then District 4?
Yeah, it'd be second place out of District 4. And that thing's a jumbled mess as well.
Yeah.
Hilldale, Broken Bow, Ada, and Poto all kind of there together. Broken Bow was ahead, but not by much. Yeah, 29-22 over Stillwell. That says first quarter. I'm going to tell you right now that game cannot possibly be in the first quarter.
No.
And if it is, that was a heck of a first quarter, 29-22. Weatherford beat John Marshall. The Eagles officially punched their ticket into the playoffs. Let's see. At this point, I think they can finish no worse than third, maybe? Yeah, maybe not. There could be some district points there that change that. But I think that Weatherford no worse than third. 30-22, kickoff by Shirkey is kind of in that no man's land. Smart play by Garbarino to just punch it out of bounds at the 20. No reason to get hit, no reason to have your back turned to the defense. Just push it out of bounds, and the Elks will take over there. And the officials are huddling again. 2:48 left. It's 33-21. Elk City leads Woodward.
Let's put one together here.
All right, some new guys out there again.
The band chanting, "Let's go fish."
Handoff up the middle. No gain for Perez. 2nd and 10.
Well, Woodward used their timeout.
I was thinking about that too. Listen, it's Kevin Dixon, a freshman, in there for Elk City 45. I don't mind you playing guys, but that could be getting a little bit
excessive.
Yeah. The Elks will snap this with about 2 minutes left on the game clock. Is that Burton checking in? Yeah, Reese checks in. Lines up as a tight end right. Webb in motion. Runs the option. Logan has a hole at the 30 to the 35. Ahead and knocked off his feet by Laird right near the first down marker, but flag in the backfield.
Not everybody was set.
That's right. He didn't have a whole bunch of choice because the play clock was down to 2. He knew he had to hurry and get it snapped. The Elks aren't set, so wipe away the 9-yard gain for Logan Webb. It's going to be 2nd down and 15 for Woodward. Or excuse me, for the Elks, back at their own 15.
Yeah, good read there by Logan. Little fake pitch and got up the field for 9, but it comes back.
Yeah, legal motion on the Elks. So 2nd down and 15 from their own 15. 1:58 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. 33-21, Elk City leads Woodward. Problem with that penalty now is the clock stops. Yeah. Jeremiah Jackson checks in. Now we have a penalty. False start.
You got a WTC timeout now.
And we've got a WTC timeout. Is Coach Maynard not happy with the execution?
I'm going to move the mic away over here. Walk away.
We'll thank Kathy Corning and Sarah Hirschman at Western Technology Centers, educating people for success with campuses in Burns Flat, Hobart, Sayre, Weatherford, and Elk City. Probably a smart move by our Pioneer Cellular sideline reporter Daniel Garbarino to get that mic as far away from the huddle as we possibly can.
Yes.
The FCC won't necessarily catch us on Big Elk TV, but Cool 94 would be my concern.
Yes.
At the moment.
I think the message here is you're in practice every day.
Mm-hmm.
We're running this. We run the same plays every day. You've played in 7 junior varsity games. We run the same plays. The stage is not too big for you. Get your stuff together, and let's run the plays.
Shout out to our man Jared out in Southern California watching the Elks.
Oh, has he texted you?
Yeah, he just did.
Okay. What's up, Atha?
He missed all the fun during halftime, but he's there now. 2nd and 20, Webb pitches it out to Dixon, and ooh, he took a huge hit back at the 5. They give him the 7. But it's going to be 3rd down and 23 after a loss back to the 7. Hunter Harrison on the tackle. Nice stick there by the senior from Woodward. Good to see him back out there. He was the one that had the ankle earlier.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad. He's got a lot of tape on that ankle. He wasn't missing his last home game, though.
No, and he did a good job there reading that play. 15 on the play clock, 1:25 on the game clock. It's like the Elks are going to let it run, the play clock run down to 1, and then call a WTC timeout. And 2, 3, 4 extra seconds tick off. As the Elks call the WTC timeout. Kathy Corning and Sarah Hirschman. Western Technology Centers are educating people for success with campuses in Burns Flat, Hobart, Sayre, Weatherford, and Elk City. Daniel, a lot of teaching moments being put out there on film right now, I think, for these young guys. And some of them, a lot of them, first varsity appearances on the season.
Yeah, they're getting their first varsity action. They were, I mean, it's a 2-score game. I mean, it's, they kind of got thrown into the fire, which I like. But we put our one offense out there for one play, and we scored. So we showed that we could do that. I think that was kind of a statement to the other coaching staff over there. And but he doesn't care, and he kept his guys out there. But, yeah, great opportunity for these kids to get some PT. I mean, 16 had a pick there. It was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Logan's getting some time.
3rd and 23 for the Elks at their own 7. Webb is going to rush it right up the middle, and the quarterback sneak for about a yard. Yeah, and honestly, Kevin Dixon, 45 there on that last play on the option, got stuck. He could have very easily fumbled that football for a scoop and score inside your own 10. So a good job there, ball security by him.
Yeah, he held onto the ball well there.
The Elks will be forced to punt one more time here. Laird standing at his own 35. The Elks running a guy on here at the end. Plenty of time, though. 14 seconds on the play clock. 30 seconds on the game clock. Garino, a punt from his own end zone. And Coach Maynard's about to kill somebody.
I'm going to walk again. Well, all the guys on the punt team, I'll take up for them. I mean, they've been standing for a long time. I mean, since the second series of the third quarter.
I think they all got out there.
Yeah, they wanted to. I think they were thinking that they had the block on.
Yeah.
So they wanted to make sure that we were good there.
Be back at home next week. John Marshall coming to town.
And I'll tell you what, man. I mean, I've watched about 4 John Marshall games this year, and they're very athletic. Their quarterback he can throw the ball. He's very accurate, and they've got players on the outside. So I mean, you don't forget about those guys either.
Yeah, they got some dudes, man.
They got some cats.
Coming out of the WTC timeout, the Elks will punt from their own end zone, leading 33-21, 25 seconds left on the fourth quarter clock. Good snap. Coop. The nice high punt, angled it to the far sideline, bounces out of bounds at about the 39. So once again,
they did have the block on.
Did a good job keeping it out of Laird's hands. Woodward's got it 1st and 10 at the Elk City 38 with 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Elks lead 33-21. 27-0 at halftime, and that's when things kind of started to deteriorate. Actually, you know what? Honestly, the third quarter started out with a great drive by Gino as the backup quarterback. Garbarino had the Elks down to 2nd and 3 from the 10 when that penalty hit, and then from there it's been a little bit sloppy offensively outside of the one play to holder.
Yeah, I was trying to see if Ketch was over here still. I think he is still on the table.
1st and 10, Woodward at the Elk City 37. Snap back. Douglas looks. Throws a long pass intended for Laird. Alex Cup. What a play.
Good play, Cup.
Alex Cup skies high up the ladder to knock it away. Incomplete. 2nd down.
Great play.
It was. Coming from that safety spot. Braulino Luna, sophomore corner, was in the vicinity as well. The 2nd and 10, Woodward, the Elk City 37-yard line. 13 seconds left. The Elks up by 2 scores. Snap back, Douglas, pressured by Rickert, chased by Jamison, rolling right, fires it over the middle. What a catch by Mason Boring. Coming back to help his quarterback out right at the sticks. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st and 10 for Woodward. 7 seconds left. Clock runs. Can Woodward get everybody set and run another play? 3 with 2. They spike it with 0.8 seconds on the clock.
I mean, come on, man. Really?
Well, here's the truth. If they wouldn't have ran 4 seconds off late, too many earlier, that, it's give and take, I guess. But Woodward's going to have one more chance from the Elk City 26. Last play of the game, barring a defensive penalty. And if I was the Elk City Elks, I would be on the far side of the field.
On one.
On Talon Laird. Snap, drop, chased, rolling as Douglas fires it toward the end zone. It's a duck, and it's intercepted, caught. Oh, they're going to give him a touchdown.
Hit the ground. He's calling. It's incomplete.
Yeah,
incomplete. He didn't have it.
Yeah, there's no way he caught that.
No.
Yeah. Incomplete.
The back judge does not have the angle to call that.
Yeah.
And he's arguing that he does.
And the side judge wins. Incomplete. And that'll be the end of the game. 33-21, the Elk City Elks defeat the Woodward Boomers tonight here at Boomer Stadium. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have the gas analytics and also the gas stats, players of the game as well. 33-21 Elks. This has been the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
This is 100% fresh beef. With 2 slices of melted cheese, pickles, onions, ketchup, and mustard. This is a burger that strongly suggests you take a seat. It marks its territory, leaving behind a graveyard of napkins. And won't be contained by a humble sesame seed bun. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese.
McDonald's in Weatherford, Clinton, and South Main and Elk City, proudly owned and operated by the Phillips family.
Main Street Coffee and Cafe in downtown Elk City is a great place to drink coffee with friends and family. With their awesome specialty coffees and drinks like frappes, cappuccinos, chai teas, and more, both hot and cold. Try their delicious soup and sandwiches and incredible edible cheesecakes and desserts. Plus, they have specialty gifts and a wide selection of coffee flavorings. With the area's most interesting decor and meeting rooms, Main Street Coffee is the best place to be. You'll find the most personal service every day at Main Street Coffee and Cafe right on the corner of Main and Broadway, downtown Elk City, and find them on Facebook.
Barbara Dyson Ford has Western Oklahoma's sales crew.
Quentin Nichols is from Elk City, a graduate of Elk City. You got Chris Coy. He is Elk City born and bred. Ray Haven is from Cheyenne, so he is a Western Oklahoma guy, of course. Kirby McBroom, Elk City guy. Of course, my dad, David Dyson, Elk City. Ed Stewart, who is our sales manager, is from Clinton.
Barbara Dyson Ford has Western Oklahoma's sales crew.
As your ag financial partner, agriculture is a big part of what we do. And with today's economy, it takes big planning and the right equipment. That's where we come in. Whether you're expanding, have equipment needs, or just need day-to-day operational capital, we're here for you to keep your operation growing.
They're your neighbors and your friends, and they're right here with you. First National Bank and Trust of Elk City and Sayre. Member FDIC. Once in a while, you find a company that operates on excellence. They hire people who are serious about safety and quality. It continues with the equipment they use, dependable, sturdy, safe. Then there's the way the company's run, with clear expectations, high standards, and fairness for employees, and commitment to delivering the very best for customers. Anadarko Dozer and Trucking is one of those companies. Anadarko Dozer is dedicated to excellence. To become one of the crew, visit anadarkodozer.com.
Whether your electric needs are for a small home, remodel, or even a multi-million-dollar facility, there's no job Culver Electric can't handle. Since 2004, Brandon and Jill Culver have strived to bring top-notch service to all of central and western Oklahoma. Residential, commercial, and industrial jobs performed by knowledgeable, friendly staff. Culver is a business built on Christian values, hard work, and outstanding quality. Call 580-243-5846 for your electric needs. Culver Electric, keeping the lights on.
Great Plains Analytical Services salutes all of the young men and women in the Elk City school system, and they urge each of them to apply the philosophy of all gas, no brakes to their academic studies, their fine arts performances, and their athletic contests, and hopes they carry this right on into their adult lives. GAS also sincerely thanks Elk City school board members for their service and the teachers, coaches, and administrators for their leadership. Let's all work together to make Elk City and America great again.
Back to Boomer Stadium. The Elks victorious tonight, 33-21 over Woodward. Daniel Garbarino, our Pioneer Cellular sideline reporter, has Coach Zach Maynard. Go ahead, Daniel.
Coach, congratulations on staying perfect in district play. Interesting game here. I haven't seen other opposing coaches do kind of what they did, and I think you handled yourself well. What do you see? What do you take away from this game?
No, win's a win. You know, our varsity, looked really good for the most part all night, and ultimately, if you look at it, it's really good for our JV guys to get in there and play like they did, regardless of what the score is. But against a varsity football team for the most part, and so it's good for them to get a good taste, and ultimately it gives us an opportunity for them to get better, and to say that our varsity was perfect tonight, it would be a stretch. They weren't. So obviously there's things to get better at. We'll take everything we got, go back with every kid, every individual that played or did not play, and talk about things that we can learn from and get better at. Okay, Coach, what's this next week look like for you? Same, John. I don't know what John Marshall Weatherford is, but John Marshall's a talented, and I tell our kids all the time, I don't care when the ball rolls out, we're going to go out there and we're going to do everything we can to win. So. Win the football game. We're going to do what it takes to win. So that's the plan. Okay. All right. Congratulations, Coach. Thanks.
Head coach Zach Maynard of the Elk City Elks, 33-21 over Woodward tonight. Daniel, your analysis of the way this game went for the brown and white.
I think in the first half he's right. I mean, our ones and twos played very well. Our one defense didn't give up a point. So 27-0 at half, and Coach Maynard wanted to give some guys some rest, give some guys some additional playing time, and I don't know that you can analyze the second half for the exact reason that he talked about, and he said it in a very, very nice way. He's like, you got your junior varsity guys playing against their varsity guys, so I think the first half we did what we wanted to do. In the second half, our ones came back out on offense for one series and one play score. To be honest with you, right before we came on, he goes, we could have scored 500. Mm-hmm. And you feel for Woodward. You understand what they're doing, senior night, keeping their kids out. But, it's tough. It's still competition, right? You still have to snap the ball. You still have to tackle. You still have to complete passes. You still have to play the game. And our young guys got some really, really good playing time.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, the second half, that's what at halftime we knew that's kind of where that game was headed because of a multitude of reasons. One, you want to give those guys a chance. Two, you don't want to see any injuries to the guys that are going to make more of a difference in the playoff run than some of those others. And you get it on the other side. There's a bunch of these guys in the black and gold that probably deserve this moment on their last time touching that field. So it was one of those circumstances go that way. But I thought for a lot of that second half, a lot of stretches, I thought the young guys from Elk City looked pretty good against a varsity team out there.
Yeah, I agree. We were filling gaps. We were playing disciplined football. You just got out-athleted at some positions, and that's going to happen when you have, a 14, 15-year-old playing against an 18-year-old, and we had that out there. But I'm super excited, and I said it, for the future of Elk City football because we held our own pretty well there. There were some good flashes out there, some big kids that are young that will be impact players next year.
No doubt about it. Are you ready for the stats? All right, we got the Gas post-game stats. We'll start out for the Elks, 14 first downs. They rushed it 31 times for 241 yards at 7.1 to carry. 6 of 12 through the air for 224, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception for Austin Jones. 465 of total offense for the Elks, 10.5 yards every time they snapped it. For Woodward, 21 first downs. They rushed it 41 times, 191, 4.7 a carry. 10 of 20, 126. 2 touchdowns and a pick. And then you had total offense for Woodward, 317, 5.2 a play, 2 turnovers for the Boomers tonight. Individually for the Elks, I mentioned 4 of 6, 172, 4 touchdowns and a pick for Austin Jones, 2 for 4 for 52 yards, and a touchdown for Catch Gino. Rushing the football tonight, Levy 5 carries, 106, and a touchdown, all coming in there in the first half. Matthew Thompson carried it 3 times for 41. Jaden Wynn 8 times for 34. Perez 4 carries, 10 yards. Patton had a carry in 10. Catch had 2 for 8. Alonzo 2 for 3. Garbarino 1 for 9. Then you had Tucker Garza 1 for 13 on the other side. For the Boomers, Ace Long 4 for 6, 70 yards and a touchdown. 5 for 12 through the air, 56 yards. And a pick, and a touchdown and a pick for Douglas. Laird had 1 rush for -4. Ace Long, 25 carries, 159 on the ground. Those are kind of the highlights offensively for Woodward. Receiving, Caden Holder, 2 for 129 and 2 touchdowns for the Elks. Matthew Thompson had a catch and 24 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Patton had a catch, 19 yards and a touchdown. 1 for 40 yards for Bowie, 1 for 12 for Devin Simmons. Laird had 5 catches, 87 yards to lead the Boomers. And then tackling for the Elks, Gino led him with 6, an interception from Patton and an interception from Jeremiah Jackson. Those are your Ace post-game analysis and stats. We'll take a break. We'll come back, wrap it up with the players of the game and more from Woodward. 33-21, Elk City beats Woodward. This is the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
You've heard us talk about the Bank of Western Oklahoma. Now let's hear from one of their actual customers, BG Bisco.
With Bank of Western Oklahoma, it's more of a personal relationship. It's not a corporate bank. It's just how they've treated me. So God's always been in my life. So He's completely guided our way along with the bank. You know, if I didn't have my financial partner with David and the bank, you know, I don't know where I would be, but also if I didn't have God, where would I be?
The Bank of Western Oklahoma, where people really do come first. Member FDIC.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
Paragon Sports welcomes State Farm agent Daniel Garbarino and his family to Elk City. And he's proud to support this area's schools, students, and their activities. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with surprisingly great rates for auto coverage and surprisingly great rates for everyone.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Daniel Garbarino in Elk City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A home really is their safe place. We love working with our clients and finding them that security space. And that's what's so fulfilling. When I see birthday parties at a house that we had shot for with this client, and we're watching all of these memories kind of unfold and build in these homes, that's what's so rewarding.
Moxie Realty and Auction Company. MoxieRealty.com.
There's no better feeling than grilling out, and there's no better place than Ace to get the best grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill.
Welcome back. Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football, wrapping it up here with the McDonald's player of the game tonight. Quarterback Austin Jones, 4 for 6 through the air, 170, had 4 touchdowns. That's now 6 touchdown passes in the last 2 games for Austin. So he is the McDonald's player of the game tonight. Your Barbara Ford tough hit of the game came back in the first half, and it was leveled by Nick Medina as he was able to step in the hole on this jet sweep from Taylon Laird, and Nick Medina just perfect form tackle in the backfield. So Nick Medina makes the Barbara Ford tough hit of the game, and then the Culver electrifying play of the game came in the second half, and it came courtesy of freshman cornerback Jeremiah Jackson. First career interception for Jeremiah, and he did it while drawing a pass interference flag as well. So congratulations to Jeremiah Jackson, making the Culver electrifying play of the game. That'll do it from here at Woodward. The Elk City Elks defeat the Boomers 33-21. Thank you to Casey Meza back at the station, keeping us on the air all night there on Cool 94. Of course, the eye in the sky, Drew Cobb, always does such a great job with the pictures that you get to see there on BigElkTV.com. Cade Sanford, the reason why we have all these great gas stats is because he does a great job getting us those. Gabe Edney back in the saddle for one night. Replacing Jared did a heck of a job. It's hard, isn't it? But you know what? We found out something that we can do to enhance the broadcast, and that is bring you those plays of the game at the end so you can see what we're talking about on BigElkTV.com instead of me just making it up. So thanks to Gabe. Thanks to Daniel Garbarino doing the color and the sideline tonight. A heck of a job by Daniel. And thanks to all of our fine sponsors, including the Bank of Western Oklahoma. That'll do it from Woodward. 33-21, the Elks defeat the Boomers. This has been the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Elk City Athletics, presented by the Bank of Western Oklahoma, where people come first. Big Elk TV and Cool 94 are a part of the Paragon Communications Network, and any distribution or rebroadcast without permission is strictly prohibited. Paragon Communications is owned and operated by Blake Brewer. General Manager is Gabe Edney. Sports Director, Sean Wilson. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, go Big Elks.